Welcome everybody. Welcome. We're live. We're live. I want to say shout out to all the new subs on Bolo Tbv and Bolo VNR 2.0. Salute. Welcome to the family. I'm gonna spin this real quick. Alright, so the donation link is pinned. What's up, Obscure? Blessings, We're gonna have an amazing show today, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing show today. So please share up the live for me. Please share up the live. Nama, what's up? Good to see you people on TikTok over YouTube. Yeah, man. Respect for that, man. I tell people to subscribe, but some people stubborn. Most people on YouTube, well, some people don't like TikTok. There's a variation. Some people don't like TikTok and some people don't like YouTube. It is what it is. See? It is what it is. We're here to talk about the cowardice of Andrew Holness, ladies and gentlemen. As a leader. Coward. DJ do. Is that DJ do? Blessings. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. DJ do. I believe that's what it says. Jennifer, how are you? Ryan Campbell, salute, my brother. I'm not a father, Jennifer, but thank you. Big up. Big up. Richard Wagwan. I don't know what going with my camera, Richard, on the computer, I don't know what the hell is going on with my camera on the computer, but something going it's like it refused to come on, I'm going to try to plug it in for something else too, because everybody can see me on all like platform then. TikTok Wagwan, big up on yourself, welcome. Yeah, man, like and share the live. No, you don't have to sorry, man. It's the thought that counts, Ryan, big up Ryan. It's the thought that counts. Lorna, how are you? Like and share the live as they're coming, guys. Renika Hamilton, good day. I hope all is well with you as well. Yes, man. Hope all is well with you as well. Let's see. The camera works, ladies and gentlemen. No, it doesn't. It's not that camera I want, I want the other camera. But for some strange reason, it's not picking up anymore. The camera that I want to pick up, it starts to do its own thing, It appears as if there's some type of short in it. I'm going to try over this side, man. See if it comes up. And stars are us. Jenny, what's up, my baby? How are you? Good to see you. See there. That is it. That is the camera I want. Yes, let me just minimize this real quick. The camera works now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if this will work now. I'll plug this now that side over here. So these things are technical, guys. The USB them sometimes them stop work, Alright, look like everything good now. God is the greatest. That is it. Alright. So bam. Yay! Everybody can see me now. Jennifer said, I watch your videos all the time. I love the videos with the prophets, especially Mark Stewart, Apostle, Jeffrey Shutterworth, both men of God. Alright, Jennifer. I definitely on this platform will keep focused. Auntie Tiny, what's up? Definitely on this platform is gonna keep focused with what's going on prophetically, because that is the word you have to watch, that tells you what is to come. So when you hear warnings from the prophet telling us, say, you have to store water, tell us, you have to store, have a local cabinet, your local pantry with whatever, you can do, but prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for shortage of food. Prepare yourself for shortage of water. Prepare yourself for all of these things. You can't just hear that warning and say, sure. Jamaicans stay anytime a hurricane come. Sure. The hurricane now come, man. Then we see hurricane minister come drape we up. I hope we don't come with them foolishness no more. We can left them type of thinking the right way in the past, you know. Please and thanks, you know. It don't make no sense. It's not sensible. Captain Murphy, big up yourself. Andrew is so compromised that Trump can't dump, refuse his way without resistance. You accept and stay out of prison. Poor fellow. His evil is catching up to him. Talk truth, man. But ladies and gentlemen, remember tomorrow Paul Buchanan will be in court. Yeah, man. I see my ask about it. Tomorrow Paul Buchanan will be in court, ladies and gentlemen. Who that? Alvaro, big up yourself, my general. New picture. I know that what kind of red that. Red. I'm changing picture, man. Big up yourself, Alvaro, every time. Anyway, yeah, man, we need the rain. Anyway, Paul Buchanan case is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Them change it from today to tomorrow. Alright? Jennifer said, I live in Boston, MA, but originally from Emerald Isles, beautiful Montserrat. Okay, awesome. Big up Emerald Isles, Montserrat, big up Boston. You understand? And Jennifer, I encourage you to become a member of the platform, alright? Remember that the super chat is available, ladies and gentlemen. The pinned comment has all the different other, you know, means on which you can donate to the platform. Alright, so make sure so you observe that. I know that is an option if you choose to do so, okay? Let me just spin one live goal really quick. You know? Pan Bolo VNR 2.0. And my people on TikTok, remember the live goal on TikTok. Before me getting at the nitty-gritty of things, I give people them some time to come in. Hope so the algorithm will work. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Yes. All the Argentina game go. I know say 90% of Jamaica, not too much, probably 85% of Jamaica I want Messi to lose, you know. Because some new thing come out the other day where them say Argentina they like black people, and so, you know, that's why them not support Messi and them not support Argentina. Some here, you don't know what it is, Jamaica. Some here. Yeah, man, the option is there, Jennifer. You can exercise the option. Oh, by the way, one more thing before we go up on YouTube. I said, look, I don't want no. Hold on. Let soon come back. I don't want no. When we start going at this argument, I don't want no distraction. You understand what I deal with? None whatsoever. I just want to do everything now. Yeah, I just want to make sure somebody do everything now and set when I set. And then we start the show. Element of surprise. When stars are us, wounds will never heal. That is it. Hold on there. Give me a second. Yeah, a second here, people. Phone a kind of slow, but it used to be my main phone where it was very, you know, it served me well. Oh wow. What about yourself? Oh, I forgot your TikTok video for over here. Alright. And there's a good type over here, so yeah. That phone and not have much apps funny because it soon expire. One of them phone anyway. Me a milk you for everything you got, Jamaica. For everything it have. Like and share, donate, cash up. The name of the cash app is Paul Chin, ladies and gentlemen. That's the broski. Alright, so that always available until I say otherwise. Alright, thank you so much, David. The word is love, my brother. The word is love. Element of surprise. Alright, that is it. Alright, guys, let's get into this. Like I said, like and share the video. I'm gonna go to my Facebook page. I'm gonna make sure I share the article so you can come read it. Yes, rain is falling. The PNP Women's Movement seek clarity on Jamaica US deportation deal. Yeah, let me start with the miscellaneous story then first. Let me start with that first. So, yeah, I just do it like that. Start with the miscellaneous story then first, ladies and gentlemen. Share my screen. That is it. Alright, so we can see the article over here, so on this side. And I'm going to make sure the rest of people can hear the article.
eGleaner classifieds mobile apps. Sign in, subscribe now. Latest news. News. Sports. Business. Entertainment. PNP Women's Movement seeks clarity on Jamaica U.S. deportation deal. Updated. The PNP Women's Movement is demanding that the government explain why Jamaica would participate in a deportation arrangement with the United States, whose top diplomat has described intended deportees as perverts, pedophiles, and child rapists. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang has said the Jamaican deal involving third country nationals, TCNs, excludes persons with convictions and other antecedents. The movement, an affiliate of the opposition party, said its alarm was sharpened by remarks made by U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio in an April 30, 2025 interview, in which he characterized the individuals the U.S. was seeking to remove as some of the most despicable human beings. Rubio said, "I say this unapologetically, we are actively searching for other countries to take people from third countries. So we are active. Not just El Salvador," Rubio said Wednesday during a cabinet meeting at the White House. "We are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries." In its statement, the PNP group said the government should explain why Jamaica is participating in the third country deals. If that is how the United States views the individuals it is seeking to remove from its territory, then the government must explain why Jamaica would seek to become a destination under such an arrangement, the movement said on Monday. As women, mothers, caregivers, and community leaders, the group said it was particularly concerned about the implications for the safety and well-being of women and children, and posed 9 questions to the government in the issue. The movement's intervention came as trade union leaders joined groups expressing concerns about the third country nationals arrangement. Vincent Morrison, president of the Union of Clerical Administrative and Supervisory Employees, called on the government to withdraw the arrangement outright, saying conflicting statements from ministers had exposed something fundamentally amiss. When you hear the different statements coming out from the different government officials, it's quite apparent that something is wrong somewhere, Morrison told the Gleaner. "It's a bad agreement, and you can't foist a bad agreement on the people," he said, warning that the government faced serious political exposure if it allowed the arrangement to proceed. Morrison said, "The Jamaican people will not allow that sort of thing to happen, and I think the government runs a serious political risk if they allow this to happen at this time," Morrison said. Tekka Clark-Griffiths, president of the Jamaica Civil Service Association, was equally pointed. Speaking at an awards ceremony for long-serving civil servants in Manchester last Thursday, she warned that Jamaica was ill-equipped to absorb the consequences of America's immigration difficulties. "We have enough problems of our own here," Clark-Griffiths said, adding, "We may retire with some persons that we don't want to retire with that will be overnighting in Jamaica in the near future. We don't want it. We don't want it." Following a Gleaner report, Chang, who is also the Deputy Prime Minister, last week confirmed that the agreement had been signed, disclosing that the U.S. would, on a fortnightly basis, deport 25 TCNs to Jamaica. He said the individuals who would transit through the country or may seek asylum. Where the number of TCNs exceeds 10 within a 30-day window, the U.S. is expected to pause deportations. A diplomatic note from the U.S. Embassy in Kingston identified Cabinet Minister Audrey Marks as the official who proposed the deal, a disclosure which Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon said was mischaracterized in the diplomatic note. She said Marks had proposed a skilled worker arrangement, not the TCN mechanism that has since ignited public controversy. Morrison dismissed that distinction, arguing that skilled workers would have little incentive to relocate to Jamaica given prevailing wage conditions. Follow the Gleaner on X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner.
Right now, to tell you the truth, we need to have this the civil society group them a pressure the government almost every other day upon this. Because I'm telling you, this is definitely the lowest of the low, ladies and gentlemen. The government has gone to the lowest of the low. And there's no way they can excuse this, them can't pretty this up. Marco Rubio said what he said. As a matter of fact, even Trump said some things that was even more alarming. In terms of 98% of your viewers are staying quiet. I want to say hello, man. Let me know where you guys are watching from on TikTok. And also YouTube as well. Interact, man. Big up yourself, Lady J. Right? So I'm telling you, this is not going to go down like this. This is quite alarming, ladies and gentlemen. I must tell you. This is insane. The man said, Mayor Trump talk about murderers and killers. And I say, what? So we move from the child molester them and the man them are grape kids to them. So it's a mixture of all of the worst human beings in the world. Right? It's supposed to come true. And the Jamaican people, them just quiet. Me get up every day and protest for my platform. You know? I'm telling you what to do. You know? You have a platform for yourself. Hashtag Andrew Holness must go. Or hashtag Andrew and the JLP government must go. No! Every single video where you do, put that the hashtag there on it and explain why you have no confidence in the government. There's a litany of things why you don't have no confidence in this government. Them lie. That they're on the top of the list. They have been caught in so many lies. No, I go to the sign of Christopher. Don't jump the gun, no man. Me tell you, I deal with the miscellaneous. Then are the first part of the show. We soon going at the meat and potatoes of the matter. You see me? So, see it here? Sure, man. Me not even want to go to it yet, you know. I want to go to the J, what they name them people here? The trade union people, yes, that lady are on fire from what they you know. We don't want it. Trade union leaders urge withdrawal of Jamaica U.S. agreement with booted third country nationals. Mighty God. Jamaica, nobody don't want it. Me like how the people them are run out. See that lady? Let me take down that picture here, cause I swear. She definitely the on point. I hope she continue and don't make them quell her fire. From the other day, I see her be a bunch of burn out the government. Alright, fully so. Don't forget burn out. Me have that screenshot there. Let me read this, ladies and gentlemen.
Latest news, sports, business, entertainment. Growing unease over the controversial Third Country Nationals, TCN, agreement between Jamaica and the United States, US, has triggered pushback from trade union leaders, amid fears that the island could become a holding ground for undocumented migrants. Vincent Morrison, veteran trade unionist and president of the Union of Clerical Administrative and Supervisory Employees, UCASE, has called for the Jamaican government to withdraw the arrangement, while Tekka Clark-Griffiths, president of the Jamaica Civil Service Association, JCSA, cautioned that the country was ill-prepared to shoulder the spillover of the U.S.'s immigration troubles. "We have enough problems of our own here," Clark-Griffiths declared, while speaking last Thursday at an awards ceremony for long-serving civil servants in Manchester. "We may retire with some persons that we don't want to retire with that will be overnighting in Jamaica in the near future. We don't want it. We don't want it," the JSCA had asserted. Her comments were backed up by Morrison, who said the agreement lacks transparency and noted that the message from the government about the issue has so far caused confusion. When you hear the different statements coming out from the different government officials, it's quite apparent that something is wrong somewhere, he told the Gleaner. He said the agreement, which National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang confirmed had been signed last week, should be withdrawn. Morrison argued that the Dr. Andrew Holness-led administration should, instead, revisit discussions if, as indicated by Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, they are seeking skilled workers. But skilled workers are not going to leave the United States and come to Jamaica. The persons who they are trying to send to Jamaica under this arrangement are not skilled workers, he said.
He needs some
I don't know
milk!
if we can pay skilled workers. But skilled workers are not going to leave the United States and come to Jamaica. The persons who they are trying to send to Jamaica under this arrangement are not skilled workers, he said.
All lies will be exposed, ladies and gentlemen. Which skilled worker are going to leave the United States come to Jamaica? As respectfully as we can ask it. Nobody. Nobody. They get paid very well there, ladies and gentlemen. The type of life for them living over there, why you think we are run go over there? No skilled worker now left America come to Jamaica. If they left for them country, for come to America and then take the risk because they know them have a better life. And they know they're not getting it out here. Jamaica is not a desirable place to come and live. Unless you're already rich. Just please understand this. You already have money. You have money? Good. You can come live. And set your house in order because, you know, the criminal elements them is within the police force and within the government. And also the regular people them. Me just keep it a beam and tell you like it is. So you don't know which angle the criminal elements them will come from. Huh? Yes, that is just the reality. Let's continue.
Said, I don't know if we can pay skilled workers. Our wage levels are just battering around minimum wage in some industries. The industries that usually pay decent wages, like the sugar industry or the bauxite and aluminium industry, those industries are virtually closed. So it's a situation that won't work. It won't work. It's a bad agreement, and you can't foist a bad agreement on the people. Yes, government has the right to manage and to run the country, but if it's something that is patently unfair and something that will not work, then it must be dealt with, he said. Chang last week confirmed a Gleaner report that the U.S. will, every 2 weeks, deport 25 TCNs to Jamaica who, he said, will be transiting through the country or may seek asylum. Where the number of TCNs exceeds 10 in a 30-day window, the U.S. is expected to pause the deportation arrangement. The U.S. Embassy in Kingston has not publicly commented on the matter that has become a lightning rod for criticism. A diplomatic note from the embassy to the government said Cabinet Minister Audrey Marks proposed the deal, but this has since been denied. Morris-Dixon said it was a mischaracterization of what her colleague proposed. She said Marks proposed a skilled worker arrangement. Still, Morrison said there was still time for the agreement to be withdrawn and for both governments to sit down and look at the situation with a view of correcting or totally revamping the agreement. The Jamaican people will not allow that sort of thing to happen, and I think the government runs a serious political risk if they allow this to happen at this time, he said. If I was advising the government, I would say to them, what you've proposed doesn't make sense, and since there is time you need to withdraw it, he said. Kim1.Francis@gleanerjm.com. Popular News. April 2026. Chicken farm worker wins.
Alright. So, Honestly said mounting pressure there on this TCN deal. And it's definitely something that is needing of our attention. Alan Greenspan, longtime chairman of the Federal Reserve, dies at 100. Alright? Yeah, man. Alan Greenspan. Miscellaneous news that I thought was interesting, ladies and gentlemen. There was a house fire reported near the Backside Pier in Discovery Bay St. Anne 15 hours ago. I don't know if you guys have been alerted to that, but there seems to be a lot of fires and accidents going on of late in the country. Carrington, how you doing? Nikisha, what's up, my darling? Stafford Barry, thanks for the likes. Guys, double tap the screen for me, please, on TikTok and Bolo VNR 2.0. Just double tap the screen like this and get the likes up for me. That's all you have to do. Double tap with one finger in the middle of the screen, alright? And get the likes up. And subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll be able to type after 5 minutes if you're a new subscriber. Nikisha, it's good to see you, mama. Bless up yourself. Alright, let's continue. Let me see if there's any sound on this. Yeah, that sound doesn't make no sense. So I'm gonna move on. Who's the Mark Golden? Mark Golden there, one place for fathers they are going with himself, you know. And I sing, you know. I not even know if I can play the music, but big up Marky G. Let me see if I can play the music. Watch it, General.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Mr. Marky G never waste an opportunity for big up in beers. Gentlemen, you can learn something here. Key to happy marriage. Mighty God. Hey, it's not only the integrity boss, you know, it's the entertainment boss. You remember good. One Marky G, man. One Marky G walking amongst the people. I want to say congratulations to Mr. Dayton Campbell, you know, man. The man is a married man, you know, man. Dr. Dayton Campbell, big up yourself, my general. Many blessings to you and your family, you understand? Yes. And me like how you come back in the parliament after. Me know so the storm and the you know everything shake you up. But God strengthen you now. And don't make them bully you, because you're too strong for that. You understand? You have to stand up like the lion you are, sir. Because we want to see the lion in a parliament and fight for the people in Jamaica. And big up yourself again and your wife and your family. Alright? Put congratulations to Dr. Dayton Campbell in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. What wrong with you now? One Dr. Dayton Campbell, ladies and gentlemen. What else you need here? Alright. You know, I'm going to play that lady there. Yeah, man. More have to play something phone, ladies and gentlemen. More want to understand something about us as black people that they don't want you to know. You understand? So I'm going to play this tape. I want to listen. Listen to this.
Everybody around the world copies African Americans and then yet disrespects them. GPS is a black woman. 3D imaging is a black woman. Laser eye surgery is a black woman. Escalators a black inventor. Elevators a black inventor. The roller coasters, the cell phone, our video games is Jerry Lawson, Mary Van Brighton. In 1966, she invented the home security. You talking about open heart surgery, Daniel Hale, plasma, Charles Drew. We can keep going. Surgical equipment, black people inventing, just constantly inventing. And they took everything and lied. Black people are still thriving. Black women have the highest degrees in America. These are the same women that were operated on with no anesthesia, but they're #1 in academics. Atrocities that African Americans have been through, I'm surprised we are this peaceful.
Black man invented a stoplight. White man invented a ticket.
Keep going.
Black man invented a light bulb. White man invented an electric bill.
Black man invented a telephone. The white man invented a telephone bill.
Really gonna be then you should be a true to not use anything or be involved with anything that was invented or created by blacks. Do you want a list? The ironing board, the refrigerator, the baby carriage, shoemaking machines, the traffic signal, the incandescent light bulb, the folding bed, the mailbox, air conditioning, elevator. You want me to go on?
Everybody around the world.
Jamaica, wanna hear that? Wanna hear much things black people invent? Black people invented the stoplight and the white man invented tickets. Black people created electricity and the white man created light bill. Mighty God. They have always monetized that first, ladies and gentlemen, and never given us credit. I mean, I talk about the elite of white people. I mean, I talk about all white people. The elite. Very specific. You have to know who the target audience is. The elite members of white people, that's what they do. But I play this to let you know that there's greatness within you. Let us learn from past mistakes and let us make sure. Lord have mercy, hold on there. That phone here freeze up. I am back? Okay. Let us make sure. And I see a message, Jazz Andy Bless, big up yourself. Genevieve, I see a message. Simone, I see a message. Bolo, who are Babsy? What? Who are Babsy at war? I don't know. That one they miss me. I don't know. That one they miss me. I have to make sure so I pay attention to everybody on every side. Bolo Tbv, everybody. Not true. That is it. Alright. We're gonna move on from that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Alright, cool. What else we need? You know, I want to squeeze this in. Because this is coming from a lady that I watch, or you know, she's on certain comedy clips. You understand? This lady right here, so. And her name is Rolanda Rochelle. I don't know if you guys watch Country Wayne comedy, but she is one of the stars on that series. Beautiful elder woman, she's an actress, right? I want you to listen, especially the young people. Come to the front of the class right now. Listen to this.
It's been interesting to watch some young people, not all, but some people navigate through life as if they have discovered something brand new. They're out here talking like they have cracked the code to certain things. And what I mean by that, you have people who have platforms that ain't never been married, but they're giving relationship advice. They know how to make more money than you. They are telling you about businesses and roles and responsibilities when it comes to men and women and blah, 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 blah. Like nobody has ever done this before. And I get it. All of this is new to you. But for us, we've already lived it. But y'all don't want to listen to us. We've made moves. We've taken losses and figured out pretty much the hard way. But y'all don't want to listen to us. That y'all would rather listen to some people who have succeeded in certain things. But just know those people who have failed, that's just as important as well. So while you guys are over there experiencing things in real time, we're watching with perspective.
People who have failed is just as important as the persons who have succeeded. Equally or maybe even more. Because the people who have failed know what not to do. They have eliminated those things. You can learn from them, ladies and gentlemen. You don't look down on them. You learn. There's a lot to learn. They already did this. It didn't work. Now you know you can throw those things away. Right? Because it doesn't work. Sometimes, you know, there's some things that are, how would I put it? An exception to the rule. And you have to revisit it. And this is just a life lesson type of vibe, right? Sure, how you doing? This is just a life lesson type of vibe. You get me? Hi, Edna Bernard, how are you? Christopher said, Andrew Holness has exposed Jamaica to legal jeopardy. The international courts will be around long after Trump is gone. You ain't lying. Woo, boy, I like that comment right there, but that's a fact. You ain't never tell no lies, bro. That is a fact. Oh my God. Say that again. The criminal courts, the international criminal courts will still be around after Donald Trump is gone. You ain't never lie, bro.
We ain't guessing how the game goes and how it plays out. We remember how it actually plays out because we got experience. Now here's the real difference between the generations. The difference between generations is y'all have more access than we did. Y'all have access to everything, information at your fingertips. Answers in seconds. And we didn't have that. We had to research. We had to figure it out. We had to use our brains. We had to make mistakes. and learn from them. So when I see young folks moving fast and building and discovering, I get it. I'm not knocking it. But let's be real clear. Let's be very clear. A lot of what young folks have access to today, we've contributed to that. Our trials, our errors, our groundwork, our life experiences. We helped build the very shortcuts that y'all have access to today. We helped build ChatGPT. Let's be real clear. So when I hear a younger person talk down about people who've been in the game for a long time, I've been, old person, they've been in the game for a long time and they still haven't been successful. They still ain't making as much money as me. Don't do that.
Disrespectful. That's what. Hey, y'all better show some respect to us old folks here.
Do not do that. Because the reality is, you're measuring success by speed. At that time, when we were in the game, we were building a foundation. And while you're counting followers and how many likes and how many views you got, we were figuring it out without a blueprint. Okay? At the end of the day, you have access to information. We became the access. So don't confuse your head start with not understanding how the game was created. You're benefiting from that. So give us our flowers. Give us the respect that we deserve because you're actually standing on our shoulders. Let's not forget that. I don't know who this was for, but I felt led to create this message. So hopefully you guys can understand we still matter.
This article is from the editorial of the Gleaner. It says why Wheatley should go. All right, let's look into it, ladies and gentlemen.
Latest news. Editorial why Wheatley should go. Updated. When Andrew Wheatley was forced to resign from the government 8 years ago, he said that his decision was in keeping with his belief in the tenets of good governance and commitment to upholding the public trust. This is necessary to reassure the public that the highest standards of probity are being applied to the administration of the affairs of public bodies under the portfolios over which he had charge, Dr. Wheatley said. He was right. Indeed, Prime Minister Andrew Holness not only acted responsibly in demanding the resignation of his then Minister of Energy, Science, and Technology. A similar obligation rests more profoundly on both men today. Should the events surrounding Dr. Wheatley's downfall in 2018 have receded or grown hazy, they related scandal as the state-owned Petrojam oil refinery, one of the public bodies that fell within Dr. Wheatley's portfolio. Specifically, allegations swirled of corruption, cronyism, nepotism, loose spending at the refinery, much of which were confirmed in investigations by the contractor, August, General and the Integrity Commission, IC, and aired by Parliament's Public Accounts Committee, PAC, and Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, PAC. However, while the investigations and parliamentary hearings tarnished Dr. Wheatley for his perceived tolerance and as a beneficiary of a culture of permissiveness at Petrojam, he escaped formal censure, although some people lost their jobs and even faced prosecution. Dr. Wheatley was out of the cabinet for over 7 years, while remaining a parliamentary backbencher. He returned to the government after last September's general election when Dr. Holness named him a minister in the office of the Prime Minister, OPM, responsible for science and technology. It is not clear if Prime Minister Holness was aware that Dr. Wheatley was being investigated by the IC when he was returned to the cabinet. For as bad as Dr. Wheatley's circumstances may have been in 2018, what he faces now is far more egregious. The prosecutor at the Integrity Commission has ruled that he should be charged for corruption. or rather, for illicit enrichment. In a report tabled in Parliament last week after a long investigation into Dr. Wheatley's financial affairs, Kevin Stevenson, the Integrity Commission's Director of Investigation, DI, concluded that the cabinet minister, over a 9-year period, 2013 to 2022, acquired or owned 164 million Jamaican dollars in assets, disproportionate to his lawful earnings. When given the opportunity to provide an explanation as to how he came by said assets, he failed to provide a satisfactory explanation, the report said. The DI further concludes that Dr. Wheatley's owning assets disproportionate to his lawful earnings contravenes Section 14(5) of the CPA, Corruption Prevention Act. Among the other findings by the ICES investigator were that in 2011 and 2012, when Dr. Wheatley was an opposition legislator, he improperly made a nil return filing with the tax authorities for a business he then owned, Western Medical, suggesting that the entity had no taxable income or transaction to declare and therefore no possibility of a tax liability. That happened in circumstances, the IC said, where that entity was engaged in business and from Dr. Wheatley's evidence earned up to approximately $26 million. His failure to file personal income tax returns posed tax compliance concerns, Mr. Stevenson's report said. In several instances, too, the investigator said Dr. Wheatley knowingly made false statements in his annual income, assets, and liabilities findings, especially between 2018 and 2019, in breach of the Integrity Commission Act. Dr. Wheatley has challenged the investigative findings, claiming, for instance, that the commission appeared to have been ignorant of the permissibility of the structure of one of his real estate joint ventures. The commission was wrong, he told Parliament, in not taking into account approximately $168 million in rental income, which I lawfully accumulated and declared over the 9 years. Dr. Wheatley's challenges notwithstanding, Kellyanne Murdoch, the Integrity Commission's independent director of corruption prosecution,
Jamaica, he told Parliament he's not taking into account approximately 168 million in rental income, which I lawfully accumulated and declared over 9 years. $168 million in rental. He has challenged the investigative findings, claiming, for instance, that the commission appeared to have been ignorant of permissibility of the structure of one of his real estate joint ventures. Why the audacity of this man, Virgin? Eagle Wagwan, Eagle View Podcast, big up. The audacity of this man. But anyway, let's continue. That just stood out to me. $168 million in rental income. Rental in Jamaica. Like a parent. Yeah. Over a 9-year period. So, when I divide $168 million, I could do the maths. Because context matter, you know. Context matter, ladies and gentlemen. 168 million divided by 9. So Mr. Wheatley was collecting $18.666 million a year out of rent alone. On average, a year. $18.6 million a year. $18.6 million a year, Mr. Wheatley. First of all, how did you come to having that money to be able to collect that amount of rent? You have the lot. There was a giant partnership with you and a person. 20 lot was built and then they give you 20 apartments was built and then give you 6. Remember, say, a whole part, me no believe, say, the Integrity Commissioner look upon your thing and never consider And I said them ignorant. Very interesting. We'll see. But anyway, after we resign in my general. You and Andrew have to resign together. You understand? Yeah. Me I tell you, we have to resign together. Me can't wait for Carly Lake come to Jamaica. Oh, what a day! It's gonna be a revelation when the USA start investigating all I know. Because the name will come up in all I want in Jamaica Labour Party, not all I know, but most of the name will come up. When the lady start dig and start looking at corruption and then something, mighty God, and you see police, the money people they start get locked up and the politicians they start get locked up and people are going to force to resign out of embarrassment because they want to see a face so only not get locked up. We know how this works, you know. We know how diplomacy works. It's going to be a bangarang. It's going to be a bangarang. Because you see, the position with China, when the USA finds them have dirt pound, and we don't want to do what they want to do, because they're not going in hot water with China, that the time they will not go forced to resign. Or they have to lock up on the blouse and skirt. You never know. I saw me see that go happen in Jamaica. I just have to go and watch the show. You remember good, let's continue.
Prosecution determined that there was sufficient in the Dr. Wheatley's challenges notwithstanding, Kellyanne Murdoch, the Integrity Commission's independent director of corruption prosecution, determined that there was sufficient in the document to support charges against the minister for the following offenses. Knowingly makes a false statement in a statutory declaration, contrary to Section 15(1)(b) of the Parliamentary Integrity of Members Act, 1973, for the period 2013 to 2017. Knowingly makes a false statement in a statutory declaration, contrary to Section 43(2)(a) of the Integrity Commission Act, 2017, for the period 2018 to 2022. Failing, without reasonable cause, to provide information as the Director of Information and Complaints required, contrary to Section 43(1)(b) of the Integrity Commission Act, 2017, and illicit enrichment, contrary to Section 14(5) of the Corruption Prevention Act, 2001. The Gleaner's editorial board has arrived at no conclusion of Dr. Wheatley's innocence of guilt. These are not frivolous allegations. A reasonable and seasoned prosecutor would not be expected to flippantly prefer them. Whatever the final outcome of this matter, Dr. Wheatley's continued presence in the cabinet at this time casts a shadow on the upholding of good governance, transparency, and equality under the law. In other words, justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. His place in the cabinet, the primary instrument of government policy, lends to the perception that he is in a position to lay a thumb on the scale. It also has the potential for further eroding public trust in the institutions of the state, which Prime Minister Holness cannot allow to happen. Popular News, April 2026.
Could not agree more, man. Could not agree more, ladies and gentlemen. Could not agree more. Alright, we're going to move on. I get warmer now, ladies and gentlemen. I get warmer now. Now, Starmer announced today that he'll resign as UK Prime Minister. Before we get into this, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to appreciate that the model of democracy that is in the UK is the same model Jamaica used. The Westminster system, yes? I want you guys to first appreciate that before we go any further. Now we're going to look into Sergi. We're going to look into why did he resign? Why did he resign, ladies and gentlemen? Let's look into it. Let's read. Let's read why he resigned.
Sports, business, entertainment, opinion. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced Monday that he will resign, forced out by his own party after missteps and mistakes soured voters' goodwill for a prime minister who won a landslide election victory 2 years ago.
Jamaica, when you hear that? Forced out by his own party after missteps and mistakes. restored voters' goodwill for Prime Minister who won a landslide election. Mighty God. Jamaica, the UK Prime Minister, he had a landslide election, ladies and gentlemen. Landslide. And the man own party kick him out. Why? Because of pressure from who? The public. Can you cock on the ears? All like Jamaican people out there. This is the responsibility of you guys. Stop talking about Mark Golding. Mark Golding have no problem with him in party. Mark Golding party is well governed. This is the opposite party. And because they, in their own party, now have no integrity and don't choose to do the right thing, you, the Jamaican people that have any integrity, I want to see Jamaica run with good governance. I don't have to rise up and tell Andrew say enough is enough. And him got to go. And don't take no for your answer. Andrew Holness today run like a coward. And we're going to get to it. Run like a coward. Yes, England. Charmaine. Run like a coward from his responsibility. And what should be his dedication to accountability. He ran. Guys, like up the light for me, please. Thank you very much. Just right up here, somewhere up at the top of your phone, there's a thumbs up button on YouTube. Touch it up. Touch up love up the like button, guys. Come on. 80 plus people watching from Bolo VNR clips. We should have at least 80 likes. Dr. Oren Cole, big up. Jamaica, the man won a landslide victory. The UK president, well, the former prime minister. He won a landslide victory. And because of missteps, the man never thief no money in Jamaica. Because of missteps and mistakes, the man had to go and couldn't stay. That is a democracy. That is a functioning democracy. Why you think we say Jamaica turn on dictatorship? I agree with Colin Bell, you know, to some extent. You know. If Andrew Whitney go, Andrew Holness must go to sign the resignation them same time and run out of office. And go fix up on yourself. And if you can't fix up on yourself, you come back. If not, you stay away. But look on the UK, ladies and gentlemen. Pastor Peter Chambers, big up. Look at the UK. The man made mistakes and missteps. And he had to resign. He had to resign. He was forced out. And the man had a landslide victory. Meanwhile, here in Jamaica, Andrew Holness barely win the election. And we don't want to get into. We just look on the results. All the PNP needed was 4 more seats. And there's questions around even Andrew Holness seat. Which the court case is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you log on to Durval live stream. He'll be there. Harry Campbell, big up. So I'm on a win landslide. And his own party said to him, alright, so that person I think they're funny. We're talking about politics and you think they're funny. Alright. Alright. Go into the funny corner. Go into the funny corner. Anytime I get personal, I get black. Yes, thieves and crook them, Pastor. Big up yourself. Pastor Peter Chambers. Guys, I want you to go subscribe. Follow Pastor Peter Chambers on TikTok. Pastor, I'll get very, very active, you know. And, you know, we're going to start out in YouTube. Pastor, you need to come check me, you know. Probably just need to come check with your computer and thing. And make sure you're signing in your YouTube, signing on it and everything. And we'll just go in it and see how to deal with the thing the best way. Alright? Yeah, man. Make him stay in that funny corner, man. Make him stay in that funny corner. So, Pastor, I'm going to launch out back, ladies, and not necessarily about what going on in politics, but, you know, gathering the people, and, you know, winning souls to the kingdom of heaven. See? I don't know if I'm going to touch upon it as the Lord would lead him. But I want to know if you subscribe to Pastor Peter Chambers on YouTube. If you're going to get a new page, I'm going to make you know. Me I go make you know. Alright? Yeah man, him there on TikTok, him there over TikTok, Jennifer. Faster than in the comment section. So if you go get a new page, me I go make you know. Alright? Because I'm going to launch off with it. So you make sure say you subscribe already. Share it with other people. We're going to see what we can do with the old page. If the old page now can work, we're going to make a new one and we'll just fast track the thing. You understand? That is it. Yeah man, you want to send him a follow. Then you know they see me in the comment section. PWTER Chambers, a pastor that enough Patrick Gray. I ain't that enough. You just drop a comment a while ago. Make sure you follow him on TikTok. Because I'm active on TikTok from the other day. He go live again and everything in the church. And when he's doing things in the car, and talk to the people, them come on and them get healing and all of these things. So make sure you follow. See me? That's him right there. Say I'm here. Follow him. Follow him on TikTok, guys. Alright? That is it. But back to the article, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go a little bit deeper into why this man had to resign.
Ago. Starmer, who's promised steady leadership and economic growth, says he will remain caretaker prime minister until his Labour Party chooses a new leader, with expectations growing that it will be former Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham. Burnham confirmed in a social media post that I will put myself forward as part of this process. Government confirms Heidel, Cumberland High School's Prime Minister until his Labour Party chooses a new leader, with expectations growing that it will be former Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham. Burnham confirmed in a social media post that I will put myself forward as part of this process. Former Health Secretary Wes Streeting, who was considered his main rival for the top job, said he will back Burnham. It was Burnham's victory in a special parliamentary election last week that triggered Starmer's decision to resign. After nearly a decade out of Parliament as the Mayor of Greater Manchester, Burnham returns to Westminster and will be sworn in as a lawmaker later on Monday. Only members of Parliament can stand for the party leadership. Streeting's statement makes it more likely that Burnham will be selected without a leadership contest. Starmer is the sixth Prime Minister in a decade to stand outside 10 Downing Street and announce a premature departure. His statement comes the day before Britain marks the 10th anniversary of its vote to leave the European Union, a decision that still roils the country's economy and politics. After weeks of insisting he would fight to keep his job, Starmer conceded to growing pressure to hand over to a new leader who can try and revive the government's flagging fortunes. He led Labour to a landslide election victory in July 2024, but since then his popularity and that of the party have plummeted. A new leader in place within weeks. Starmer made the announcement outside his official 10 Downing Street residence, the spot where he delivered his first speech as Prime Minister 2 years ago. His voice choked with emotion near the end of the brief statement, which was watched by a group of staff, cabinet ministers, and scores of journalists. The question my party is asking now is whether I am best placed to lead us into the next general election, Starmer said. I have heard the answer of my parliamentary party to that question, and I accept that answer with good grace. He said he spoke to King Charles III, Britain's constitutional monarch, to inform him of the decision. Starmer spent the weekend pondering his future following Burnham's special election victory. It's unclear whether Burnham, who is due to be sworn in as a Member of Parliament on Monday, will now face a coronation or a challenge. Starmer said nominations for a leadership contest will open on July 9th, and the new leader will be in place by the time Parliament returns from its summer break on September 1st. If Burnham is the only candidate, the change could come by mid-July. Starmer struggled to fulfill election pledges. Starmer has struggled to deliver promised economic growth, repair tattered public services, and ease the cost of living. He has been hamstrung by repeated missteps, including his decision to appoint Peter Mandelson, a scandal-tarnished friend of Jeffrey Epstein, as the UK ambassador to the United States. Labour is losing Liberal voters to the growing Green Party and facing a rising Reform UK, the Nigel Farage-led anti-immigration party that consistently leads in nationwide opinion polls. US President Donald Trump weighed in even before an announcement, linking Starmer's potential exit to two of his recurring bugbears, immigration and renewable energy. Keir Starmer will resign as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He failed badly on two very important subjects,
That is funny,
immigration
honey.
and energy, open North SEA
That's
oil.
funny.
I wish him well.
Oh my God, that
President
is
DJT,
funny.
Trump posted on his social media platform. Starmer's initially warm relationship with the president has soured in recent months over issues, including the Iran war, which the UK didn't join. He won praise on the world stage. In contrast to missteps on the domestic front, Starmer has won praise for his international role, notably in rallying European support for Ukraine in its fight against Russia's invasion, and working to mitigate the economic and political turmoil unleashed by the Iran conflict. A NATO summit in Turkey next month may be his last foray on the world stage as Britain's leader. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen praised Starmer's legacy. It can take many leaders years to grow into the statesman you became in just 2 years, she said on X. European and Ukrainian security is stronger because of you. Thank you, dear Keir. While many Labour lawmakers have rallied behind Burnham, some have said that Starmer had been treated unfairly. London legislator Neil Coyle railed on X against the prospect of an utter stitch-up and the media circus being rewarded. When the next leader cannot change Trump, Iran, Ukraine, Putin, Musk, broadcast editorial and algorithm bias overnight, they'll bay for his blood too. Better keep that guillotine sharp, he wrote. Follow the Gleaner on X, formerly Twitter, and...
So, ladies and gentlemen, this situation is not even close to Andrew Wheatley or Andrew Holness. Yes, in a point on person, it's not fake news. What do you mean fake news? This is the Gleaner. The Prime Minister of England is resigning and letting somebody else take over the party because of all the pressures of the media. You see when the fourth estate works, what happens? The fourth estate in Jamaica are weak jelly back. And the people in Jamaica have got to rise up for themselves because the fourth estate is not doing what they're supposed to do. Not enough. Not enough. And when the fourth estate works effectively is when you, the people, respond in agreement. When the call for Andrew Wheatley or Andrew Holness, and yesterday the fourth estate never working up. When Andrew Holness situation did come, Andrew Holness should have been resigned. He shouldn't run for no office. Andrew Holness should have resigned. Somebody should have taken over. And I have not heard that there are some people in the Jamaica Labour Party that agree that he should resign. You understand? But them tell him, they not tell we. Anyway, let's get into what Andrew Holness. Let's get into what Andrew Holness had said, ladies and gentlemen, on the interview with Cliff Hughes. Let's get into this. Alright? Because I don't listen to it, you know. So let me hear it for myself. And there's a few clips, right? There's a few clips of it. So remember to like and share. Don't keep this to yourself.
You're looking at making changes to the political executive?
It is always something that I must do. Yes, always.
Yes. And this
not just now, but always.
But this would have been triggered partly by those problems you're having?
So even things that haven't come to the public for,
yes,
would also make me look to see where would be the best place for someone to serve or not to serve.
Yes.
So this is always under review.
Yes.
Always.
And you have some senior veterans now who
Precisely.
are looking at the departure.
So, so as a Prime Minister, I have to look at succession planning. I have to look at training. I have to look at giving people exposure. I have to create a nursery of leadership. And I have to assign people to work together in teams who are best fit and best suited. But at the same time, you're not a minister with any special assignment. Mm-hmm. A minister must have certain general capabilities that you can work wherever you are assigned. There's no special
Something is very wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Computer freeze up. We don't know why.
Departure.
So,
now.
so as Prime Minister, I have to look at succession planning. I have to look at training. I have to look at giving people exposure. I have to create a nursery of leadership. And I have to assign people to work together in teams who are best fit and best suited. But at the same time, you're not a minister with any special assignment. A minister must have certain general capabilities that you can work wherever you are assigned. There is no specialist minister. And I think that needs to be clearly understood. So you can't say, I didn't like this portfolio, I don't like, you're a minister, meaning you're a servant of the people. You administer the affairs of the people. So wherever you're put, you should have the capabilities to do it. You're not there because you're a subject specialist.
Alright, so that's another clip of me I look for. Let's see if I hit this. See if I hit this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to look for all of them still in the cars, I want to see what really are going. I hit this. Prime Minister Andrew says he intends to meet with Technology Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley today. Yeah.
Dr. Andrew Wheatley, does he still retain your confidence as a cabinet minister?
Dr. Wheatley retains my confidence in the work that he has been doing in the Office of the Prime Minister, particularly in AI and cyber and these other areas.
Hey, who man's is this? Oh, man's is this?
Yo, that brother is a real con man and a snake. I'm sorry, I don't have anything flattering to say about the Prime Minister. I don't. Not anymore. He has proven to me over and over again who he is. You understand? And I came into the game neutral. I wasn't following the politics. I was just watching. Oh, you could say you have confidence in the man. The man said if you have confidence in Andrew Wheatley and you got to talk about you have confidence in him work in the office of the Prime Minister. Or if you have confidence in him work and the man can't explain his money. But then again, look at you can't explain your money. So it all makes sense. One bunch of crooks, ladies and gentlemen. One bunch of crook. You understand? One bunch of uncertified creature. Right? And you see, let me tell you something more you understand. You don't have to directly take out money from the taxpayers' money, for thief it, Giving your girlfriend government contract is a way to do it, Giving your friend government contract is a way to thief for tax dollars, You never know. Overpaying somebody for contract work, is another way to thief for tax dollars, There's many different ways for them to steal and siphon off our money. So nobody feel like say, if they not take the money directly, there's indirect ways of stealing our tax dollars. Like when the Auditor General goes and says there's trillions of dollars unaccounted for, where did the money go? Why we can't account for it? If the proper account is not there, it leads to speculation of stealing. Worse when we look on the road them mash up. We don't see the money on the road in Jamaica. We don't see the money on the infrastructure. The hospital them is trash. All of it is breaking down and we cannot account for all of these monies. We cannot account for them. So what you're going to tell me, sir? People are just, we just not like the Prime Minister. That's why we feel the way we feel. Absolute nonsense. The man is being charged for illicit enrichment and the man have the audacity to come from Cliff Hughes and say this. What an absolute disgrace. Me hear Jerry Bryan talk about it, when I watched Jerry Bryan earlier, and I stream from Bolo Tbv and me hear my talk about it, And when I move around, me never stay to the computer. But me I say, what do you mean have the confidence? I'm going to get no time because I have to go do what I do and do my business, ladies and gentlemen. I don't get no time. Absolutely no time to come listen to this thing. And here I am right now. I cannot believe the man said to that straight face a while ago. Relaxed in and see to blouse and skirt. and say my confidence in Andrew Wheatley. This is infuriating. But go on dig a hole. Go on dig a hole. Yeah, man, just go on dig a hole political coffee, Andrew. Just continue to dig it, man. It's gonna be deeper. It's already deeper than 6 feet, you know. Your political hole already deeper than 6 feet. By the time you done dig it, you know where it's gonna reach. You see part where near to where the big stone them there, you can't dig no more. Under the earth's crust, I right this Andrew political burial hole over there. Continue, man. Continue.
As it relates to the report that was tabled on him, I have read the report briefly. I have not a chance to go through it. I do intend to be briefed by the attorneys as to exactly what is stated in the report. I do, however, feel...
His attorneys, or your attorneys, or the government's attorneys?
The party's attorneys.
Oh.
Yeah.
All.
Stop lying! Stop lying! Stop lying! Stop!
Jamaica. Andrew Holness came to his first interview after Andrew Wheatley. And Andrew Holness wants us to believe that he did not read the report. He just breathed through it. Honestly said the man that business about democracy. What could be more important than reading the report? This in itself will outrage Jamaican people. How long the report come out? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, today and Monday, and you wanna read the report, Andrew? Text Sunday out of it, a Father's Day, alright, cool. From Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Wednesday. Just from Tuesday come out. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. How long it take you to read the report? I have read the most important parts of the report. Yo, sometimes I get headache too, but I have to listen. Because as much as we don't like it, I'm the Prime Minister. So we have to hear what he say. This in itself is something. If this was England, we would have to live up in a... Right, let me tell you how England stay, because we just go through a while ago. Tell you how the UK stay. People them not play. Them not rap. The people them at UK look on Jamaica like we are real jellyback. Like we not have no sense. You understand? The respect for... I'm not talking about the government alone. You know. We the people of Jamaica, how we respond. Whether we demand and take it to the streets or not. Me I tell you, say the world I look power like some weak jellyback. We are allowing Andrew Holness and the government to get away with too much. This is untenable. The man said don't read the report all the way through it. And today is Monday. Make this make sense, no man. They can't do it with my darling. We are some weak jellyback, brother and sister. There's no way the man to get away with this Jamaica. To come and tell us that he has not read the report all the way through it.
All the parties involved.
Yeah.
So your attorneys, or the government's attorneys?
The party's attorneys. The attorneys as to exactly what is stated in the report that was tabled on him. I have read the report briefly. I have not a chance to go through it. I do intend to be briefed by the attorneys as to exactly what is stated in the report. I do, however, feel...
His attorneys, or your attorneys, or the government's attorneys?
The party's attorneys.
Oh,
yeah.
All the parties involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
so what was the meeting up at Belmont Road about? So hold on. You tell me, say, the attorney them for Jamaica Labour Party and the government, them can't read and understand. How long it take them to read it and go through? PNP do a press conference the next day. The very next day, the young man, Mr. Cleveland Tomlinson, The man was going through the litany of details in the report, him and Julian Robinson. And then Mark Golding, you know, Mark Golding, a reader, as a legislator, them in quick. You know, it take him probably have some hours to go through and understand everything what go on. In the report. And in one we believe say, the team of liars them not read it yet. Come back Ocean Wide. Why on the run it from CVM? Why on the run it from TVJ but on got Ocean Wide?
You know, the charges that are...
You know, the charges. Which liar got can't jump now? Mighty God. No, man. Listen to the man.
You know, the charges that are suggested or recommended are serious charges. Now, the challenge, of course, is that no charge has yet been preferred on him. So, until that point, we will observe the situation. Today, I'm going to leave here, run back to Cabinet. I expect to see Minister Wheatley there, and we will have a fulsome discussion with him directly on the report and what to expect in the future.
Dr. Andrew Wheatley, does he...
Millicent, and I want to laugh in my time. You can hear the man. Huh? Something like this, Jamaica. I think that is serious. This can't sit down for 24 hours. This man is not serious about integrity and accountability. What you mean? See, I go wait on charges. Jamaica, I want to remind you of something, you know, because it come like Andrew Holness forget to himself what I'm own amount. Make me remind you of something. You know, hear what I say a while ago? Him have to wait till the charges then put out. No charges, him not get charged, him only get recommended to be charged. So after that now, them are going to make a decision. And him still have full confidence in Andrew Wheatley. And want to accept that. Labour rights don't accept that. Want to feel proud to be a part of a government. Huh? Let me bring you back. Want to listen to Andrew Holness right now.
Hello, I'm Damian Mitchell. Hello, I'm Damian Mitchell. Lobby group Jamaicans for Justice says the program
while
on Power 106 FM
extending support and solidarity, remember that word, solidarity, with the people of Gaza and Palestine. But we can't do it in a way that is confrontational and adversarial. So this man who is not given to anything but vengeance and transaction. And let me put it bluntly, he will simply say, okay, we're going to take away the visas. Yeah? And take away the Jamaican visa.
The following is a release from the People's National...
Jamaica could survive if it is a situation where it is fraud, at least because of the action or what you have said, you now occasion America taking away Jamaicans' visa. Jamaicans with me and you. Because there's a few things that we covet more than our precious American visa. And he is quite prepared to use that. That is my take on it.
I am momentarily rendered speech. Alright, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. You know, just because the light just chip out a while ago. Thank God, so I have my protector. Thank God to me have my protector for my device them I'm gonna put on because you know let us stand up still. Let us stand still and watch God work. Um mm, yeah, the internet will take it time to come up back, ladies and gentlemen. From the pan there around that means that the something they are going. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let's get into it again. Right? Let me show you the hypocrisy of Andrew Holness. Listen to this.
We don't feel comfortable sitting in Parliament with a Minister of Government who has openly accepted responsibility, who expresses no regret for the act, where a Commission of Parliament has confirmed that the act is corrupt and has referred it for prosecution, and that minister.
So the Integrity Commission has referred Andrew Wheatley for corruption, and his act is not as egregious as what Andrew Wheatley is being accused for. Andrew Wheatley is being accused of not being able to justifiably tell us how he made his money. He has $160 million plus that he cannot account for, according to the Integrity Commission, based off their lengthy investigation. But Mr. Richard has done. Listen to this.
Shows no sign of wanting to resign, or the Prime Minister showing no signs of moving to dismiss the minister.
So Andrew Wheatley is showing no sign of wanting to resign. And you, Andrew Holness, is showing no sign of wanting to remove him from the cabinet. You went on ocean wide and say you have all the confidence in the man. All the confidence in Andrew Wheatley. And oh, you haven't had an opportunity to read the report. Bullshit. Who do you think we are? You think we're born yesterday?
With all the sympathy that one can have for support, this is embarrassing.
Look on this man where allegedly, according to the political history books, was arrested back in the day. When they tried to overthrow the Norman Manley. Colonel Charles Sr. Mr. Hassan, all Mr. Hassan did, ladies and gentlemen, was build some shops and some bathroom for the vendor them go and do them work and can have somewhere decent. Martha, how you doing? What do you mean what to you sound? You can't hear me? Oh, sorry. Come on back. Boy, I don't know what happened. It come like the internet because the sound. You can't hear me now? You can't hear me now? It come like the light because the sound. I don't know how that happened. Only when somebody called me. Only when somebody called me that happened. But anyway, guys. Right? This money I said with all the sympathy. This is embarrassing. Then what is Andrew Wheatley? Listen to this guy.
One can have for
moving to dismiss the minister.
With all the sympathy that one can have for support, this is embarrassing. Not only to the government as a party, not only the PNP, but to the government, to Jamaica, to all of us. Our heads bow this morning with this sort of reaction to it.
So we have to take firm actions in this regard. It is a dark day for Jamaica, where the Prime Minister is unwilling or afraid to act against a minister in which the public has lost total confidence and in which the institutions of the society are all agree that this person does not enjoy their trust or failed and has breached the confidence that the people have placed in them. I believe that this has the potential, if it continues, to bring down the entire government. So we have to take firm actions in this regard. It is a dark day for Jamaica, where the Prime Minister is unwilling or afraid to act against a minister in which the public has lost total confidence and in which the institutions of the society.
As it appears that he is given up in the anti-crime fight, the JFJ's comment follows Bunting's appeal on Saturday for divine intervention.
So, ladies and gentlemen, God have mercy. God again. When I hear me, guys, you guys can hear me? You connect back to your Wi-Fi now because I have to make a call. But ladies and gentlemen, when you hear Andrew Holness, I go play back clip using interview again because this not real. The man said have the ability to take down the entire government. Just Richard has that situation, you know, have the ability to take down the entire government. Persons on YouTube hearing me, open eye hear me, you know.
Dr. Andrew Wheatley, does he still retain your confidence as a cabinet minister?
Dr. Wheatley retains my confidence.
What can go so emotional damage
In the work that he has been doing.
Dr. Andrew Wheatley, does he still retain your confidence as a cabinet minister?
Dr. Wheatley retains my confidence in the work that he has been doing in the Office of the Prime Minister, particularly in AI and cyber and these other areas. As it relates to the report that was tabled on him, I have read the report briefly. I have not a chance to go through it. I do intend to be briefed by the attorneys as to exactly what is stated in the report. I do, however, feel...
His attorneys or your attorneys or the government's attorneys?
The party's attorneys.
Oh,
yeah.
all the parties involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the charges that are suggested or recommended are serious charges. Now, the challenge, of course, is that no charge has yet been preferred.
Jamaica, there is no challenge. There is no challenge in any real organization that has any credibility, right? That has any moral standing. The individual knows they have to remove themselves. The Prime Minister not even need to tell them nothing. But if needs be, he is the leader. He might say, you know, say I've got left, right? But because he has not set any example, because he has been a terrible leader that is hung up on power and greed, he didn't decide to leave the post when his own question of statutory declaration cannot be certified. And I want to tell you something. I saw a post by Ocean Wide. I was like, wait a minute. This has to be rehearsed. This has to be rehearsed. It come like Andrew is calling one favor from the FID. You know, yeah, Jamaica, this is real breaking news. This is real breaking news. Come like in calling Dennis Strong and say, yo, watch you now. We are under pressure right now. You know? We are under pressure, so you have to go do something for me. You understand? And me I say that in Jamaica. The timing of this is incredible. What there? Where it there? The FID report by Ocean Wide. I couldn't believe it when I saw the headline. I don't even read it yet. It's supposed to be somewhere up at the top of them page. You understand? JUTC blah blah blah. Holness Wheatley retains in confidence. One see it ya? Make we go into this article here, because nothing can go so. The devil is a liar. FID tells IC it has no credible basis to probe Andrew Holness statutory declaration. Jamaica, nobody can tell me say this is not coerced. This is what we are talking about with a Dennis Strong being at the FID. This is what we expected, you know. So now, Andrew, I said, boy, I'm going to use the pressure over myself, you know. Look on the timing of this. Look at the timing of this. Do you guys think that this is a coincidence? But make we listen. Make we listen.
Nationwide News understands the FID made its position known in a letter sent to the Integrity Commission on September 30, 2025. That letter was sent by Principal Director of the FID, Keith Darian, to the IC's Director of Investigations, Kevin Stevenson. In the letter,
So, on September 30, 2025, why it a come out now? Remember when Andrew Holness come out, I want him to come out and say, we need to get the answer from the FID. Well, let me go. Google. I'll find out when the article did come out. Andrew Holness asks the FID what is the progress of his investigation. Let me see when the article they come out. No man. No, so then when I go do that, you know. No, so then when I go conflict, you know. Oh my God. When was that article, man? Yes, it's true. What did it say? Holness refuses to state whether FID has said anything. FID tells IC, no. Alright, so this article was June. Holness refuses to state whether FID has said there's no case for him to answer. So me not really trust Oceanwide still, you know. But I remember Andrew Holness coming out and saying to the FID, we need an answer, brother. What go on with the case? And that was some months ago. And according to Oceanwide, September 30th was when them get them answer. If they have got their answer September 30th, 2025, that tells me that the Integrity Commission is still investigating Andrew Holness. And they are not satisfied with the FID's answer. That's all it tells me, but let's continue.
FID is clear. It says that after extensive review, it has determined there is no reasonable prospect of obtaining evidence to support any criminal charges against the Prime Minister. The FID told the Integrity Commission it does not carry out any investigation on a perfunctory basis. The word perfunctory is an adjective. It's used to describe an action done as a routine duty, but executed quickly, superficially, and without genuine care, interest, or enthusiasm. So what the FID has told the IC is that it does not launch investigations simply for the sake of doing so. The FID noted it had obtained some details of the Prime Minister's expenses which were requested by the IC, but it told the IC that the information obtained is unlikely to add any significant value to the investigation into Dr. Holness's affairs. According to the FID, its decision to not initiate a formal investigation was made before the general election which was held on September 3, 2025. The FID met with the IC on September 18, 2025, where it shared that it deliberately withheld communication about its decision until after the election so as to avoid the accusation it was attempting to influence said election. Now, in the letter sent by the FID to the IC, the FID is sharply critical of the IC's approach to its investigation into Dr. Holness's affairs. In one section of the letter, the FID says, quote, "Moreover, we have given careful consideration to the public nature of the referral. We are of the view that this approach may have been prejudicial not only to the subject of the investigation, but to the FID and potentially to the Integrity Commission itself." End quote. The FID also wrote, quote, "Please note, as a matter of course, the FID pursues very sensitive investigations, and in this particular case, we believe it was remiss of the IC not to request that the FID conduct a joint or parallel investigation around the time of the commencement of the probe, in keeping with international best practice." End quote. The FID continued, "In light of the foregoing, the FID has determined it will not initiate an investigation of the subject. The challenges in obtaining any evidence that meets the requisite standard using significant resources and time far outweigh the potential benefits of pursuing an investigation at this stage." End quote. Our sources say the Integrity Commission has since written back to the FID, requesting it reconsiders its position on the Holness issue. But it's understood the FID is unlikely to respond favorably to the request. Our sources say senior investigators at the FID believe the case is not credible and are stunned at what they describe as the IC's amateur approach to the investigation. George Davis for Nationwide News.
You hear that the one that is excited? George Davis for Nationwide News. Ladies and gentlemen, when did Dennis Chung become the head of the director of the FID? Before the election. Argument done. The FID is not credible as far as I'm concerned. And I believe that Andrew Holness is behind this, and that is why they will not even attempt to investigate. Because if they do, bang around. But go and dig a political grave, Andrew. You have everything lacking. Everything locked. FID locked. The judge them locked. The police them locked. But guess who have everybody locked? God Almighty. And your end in your political career and otherwise will come. No doubt about it. It will come. I have no doubt in my mind. There's no way they can tell me that there's no credible reason to invest in. No credible reason. After them look on that, they report that and they describe the Integrity Commission as amateur. So this is a discrediting of the Integrity Commission even further. Very interestingly. And yes, me tell you, you hear what they said? The Integrity Commission said to the FID, them urge them to reconsider that position. So as far as I'm concerned, ladies and gentlemen, the FID is totally compromised. From Dennis Chung reached there. They might have been compromised before that. But Dennis Chung being there, as far as I'm concerned, and this is my opinion, right? The FID is completely compromised. And am I surprised? Nah, to an extent. The reason why I'm surprised is that they never even investigated. That in itself is incredible. That in itself is incredible. And I am waiting with bated breath to hear from a Mystic Sensation, a Mr. Will Rattigan, a Andre Stevens. I am waiting with bated breath, ladies and gentlemen, to hear from these individuals where this particular report, I don't trust Nationwide now, I really don't. You know what I'm going to do? Let me go to the Integrity Commission. I don't think they would speak on it. I don't think they would speak on it. Well, you know, say Oceanwide always get these leaked documents. But it's interesting that here it says that on the Observer, Holness refuses to state whether the FID said there's no case for him to answer. Very interesting. That's the Observer. So, how Oceanwide get this letter? How did Oceanwide get this letter? That's what I would want to know. That's June 18, June 17. And we know the Integrity Commission is not going to put out anything. Because the communique between them and the FID, I don't know, that should be confidential. If there's any communique, again, I don't trust Oceanwide. But that's what they put out there, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they put out there. But I said the timing of it all, ladies and gentlemen, makes me very suspicious. The timing of this communique makes me extremely suspicious. Extremely suspicious. Right? But let's go to the other clip with Andrew. Alright. Let me see. Too much something over here, so in front of the video them, you don't want to see that, brother. So waste it, and then the internet control me off. I want to see the last clip.
Your cabinet minister, former ambassador to...
So I suspect what was... We have to structure this. It is a structured arrangement, right? we have had a structured migration program with Cuba, where we have had the Cuban doctors.
Yo, you know what? Me have to deal with that partner different. That's our whole conversation within itself. Zim, ladies and gentlemen, apparently Andrew Holness run Ghana one country and then Maga one next country. And the country is literally burning any structure of integrity that was left where the Andrew Holness led administration is concerned is up in absolute flames right now. Hold on, man. Any remnant of integrity, right? Any structure of integrity that was any speckle, any sand grain of integrity that was a part of the Andrew Holness led administration has been cremated. Has been cremated, ladies and gentlemen. It look like that live stream has gone. Nobody not even there on the live stream. Can you guys hear me? This a live stream, oh God. Any structure of integrity that was there has dissipated. Gone to the wind. Let me know what you guys think. Mighty God. Let's go to the situation around the answers that Andrew Holness gave regarding, you know, the TCN. Let's go around it because me just hear something a while ago where bother me. Yeah, it bother me, Jamaica. It's bothering me. Let's listen to this.
For many years, and nurses. Because, you know, these issues sometimes take
unanswered. Your cabinet minister, former ambassador to the US, Audrey Marks, did she offer Jamaica, yes, would be willing to accept up to 10,000 illegal aliens in America?
Well, I suspect you mean in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
But absolutely not. I think there is a conflation of two separate programs.
Oh.
One program which we know about now, which is the Third Country National Program, which by now possibly about 30 countries would have had. Last year it was about 28 would have had. Jamaica signed recently, so we would be one of them. And I believe Minister Dana Morris-Dixon would have explained the program very well, that it is 25 per fortnight. If 10 decide to stay, then that breaks the program. Program comes to a halt. Mm-hmm. That the International Organization for Migration will assist in managing the program. The details, the logistics have not yet been worked out, and so the operational details are still being negotiated at this time.
So how did that issue of
right,
Minister Marks
let me quickly,
making it into
let me quickly
a
explain,
diplomatic note?
Let me quickly explain. When Minister Marks was ambassador to the United States, one of her jobs would have been to advise the government of likely changes in foreign policy and how those changes would impact Jamaica. In parallel to that, Jamaica was going through some changes ourselves. We, for the first time in our history, reached what economists call full employment. And we're practically at full employment. The last figure is 3.6% unemployed. 50,000 Jamaicans are unemployed. But within that are persons seeking jobs, persons who have changed jobs, structural unemployment, some of it. Now, we have had to be figuring out what do we do when we get to 2% unemployment. We hear the calls coming in from construction, quick services, data sciences, engineering. We just don't have the skills. So we have to think way in advance. How do we treat with this when we get to that point? So the issue of the U.S. changing policy to limit Jamaican migration sparked us to start to think, you know what, we need to have a structured migration program, which is quite separate from the Third Country National program, which uses Jamaica as a transit point. So this is not even a policy, it is just the government thinking in advance.
So that is what Ambassador Minister Marks would have shared with the Americans?
I think she would have shared with them a strategy of structured migration where Jamaicans could get to go to the United States because my understanding of it is that Minister Marks attended an event in the United States on my behalf, an event sponsored by, I believe it was the Shield of the Americas, if I'm...
So, brother, all you talk about she attend, it's your understanding. Then you must know. If she attend the event on your behalf, you must know. Want to see how they communicate? That's why I can't trust him, you know. Can't trust him in Jamaica. Cannot trust this man. All type of shadiness about him, I say. Right?
I'm not mistaken. And she attended on my behalf, and she would have suggested that Jamaica is considering a structured migration program. And I believe that that may have been taken and rolled up and conflated. So I suspect what was in the media is a diplomatic note asking, are we considering this? And we responded, we're not considering it in the sense of the TCN, the third country national. What we are thinking about is slightly different. So let me just explain that. So right now, we are looking at structured migration programs. We have examples of a structured migration program. We have the farm workers and we have the hotel workers. The unstructured programs, people come here almost every year to recruit our teachers and our nurses, creates a real dislocation in our operations. What if we were able to structure this even more? So we could say to the United States or to whichever other country, all right, if you want to recruit our teachers, well, come to us, assist us with our training. You could take them for half of the year and they can come back. Or you could take them for a year and they come back. It is a structured arrangement. Right now, we are pursuing structured arrangements with Ghana and Nigeria and India and I believe the Philippines for nurses. We have had a structured migration program with Cuba, where we have had the Cuban doctors for many years.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, so Andrew Holness is saying that they have a structured migration program with Cuba. So Andrew, why you send back the Cuban them? If the structured arrangement program was not illegal. Because the United States of America pressure on. This is the part of it where they don't want to admit, ladies and gentlemen. The United States of America pressured you guys into removing the good doctor them from Cuba. Because they have a problem with Cuba. And you put our lives in jeopardy. Now, what is to say that this particular TCN deal doesn't benefit us either? Because according to Uno not get no real benefit from it. But you know, I want to go back to something where I say, I want to go back to something where I say, Deepa TV. Big up Ishmael. Right? In terms of this deal here.
Years.
All right. So tell me, Mr. Prime Minister.
So we are looking to expand that structured migration program. So Jamaicans can go, foreigners can come, but we are not at that point yet.
Okay.
So now he might flip it. He might flip it, say Jamaicans can go and Americans can come. So the TCN different from the structured program with RG Marks when I were put forward. That's the way I try to tell you so now. I don't believe in Jamaica. Not even one little bit I don't believe. All a ball of confusion. But what I want to do, you see, I want to show no one document where the note sent to Jamaica government said the former ambassador of the United States without portfolio, office of the Prime Minister, with responsibility of innovation, blah, blah, blah. Would have received 10,000 third country nationals. Why does that diplomatic statement say that? Why does that statement, that document, say that we would receive 10,000 third party nationals? Why would it say that? Oh man, Ishmael Agoin, man. Judges rule Trump administration policy of third party nationals to be is unlawful. Let me show you that. Very interesting. So, although there is an agreement with them, guys, look at this. CBS News. Judge rules Trump administration policy for third party deportation is unlawful. So that's a fact. But this administration, even though that is going on, still decided to go ahead with this deal. How is that responsible? How is that prudent? Let me listen a little bit of this. I never did smell fine about. Let me listen a little bit of this.
Removal must be set aside. Murphy paused his transnational crime. Are we now facilitating a government in breach of its own constitution? Jamaican government, are we now facilitating a crime across borders? Because if it is unlawful, it means it is a crime. It means it is a crime. Despicable human beings to be sent to Jamaica. And the judge ruled it is unlawful. Make we read. A federal judge ruled on Wednesday that a Department of Homeland Security policy that allows immigration authorities to deport migrants to third countries are not their own without first giving notice or the opportunity to object is unlawful. We go further. Uno know me a deep dive, you know. Uno know me a deep dive. U.S. District Judge Brian Murphy in Massachusetts sided with the group of non-citizens who filed a class action lawsuit against the Department of Homeland Security last year. He ruled that Trump administration's policy regarding third country removal must be set aside. Murphy paused his ruling for 15 days to give Trump administration time to appeal. So he even give him a chance in Jamaica. The Supreme Court previously issued 2 separate emergency stays against Judge Brian Murphy in this case. We are confident we will be vindicated again. The Department of Homeland Security said in a statement, adding that the Trump administration has the constitutional authority to remove these criminals, illegal aliens, and clean up the national security nightmare. Oh Lord. Here is my question, deep divers. Are we facilitating an unlawful act? Are we facilitating an unlawful act? Me have one more thing before we open the phone lines to say. Uno say go deeper. Say dive deeper. Say go deeper. Uno say go deeper, no man. Tick-tock. Say go deeper, no man. Say go deeper. Say go deeper.
Hey, who man's is this? Who man's is this?
Take his microphone. Just a minute. Just a minute. Take his microphone. Usher him out. Usher him out. Usher him out.
Yo, Ishmael, you gotta chill, bro. Gotta deep. Said dive deep, but no, bro. Come on, man. You gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. You got to chill, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. You have to, yeah, you gotta chill out, man. Gotta chill out. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about that. You know, what the Prime Minister said. To me, it really doesn't make any sense. What they're talking about, trying to conflate. Oh, she was talking about something different, and when you look at the documentation, it doesn't say what they're saying. Who are these despicable people that Marco Rubio is talking about? Who are these? I want to Sydney and drop off. Who are these? These rapists, child rapists, and all that. Who are these people? What am I talk about? That I might think. Who are these people? Where did the idea they come from? You understand? So the people in America find this whole TCN thing. The judge them say this is unlawful. So it's in the courts. And then our government has decided to be a part of what is deemed in America an unlawful act. And something that would go against even our own constitution, if I'm not mistaken. Is this another not transatlantic, but something to that sort? You know what I mean? Is this human trafficking? I've asked that question before. Could this be considered human trafficking? But anyway, let me know what you guys think, man, in the comment section. Sydney. Sydney, what go on? Nah, you hear me now?
Yeah, man.
What go on? We have
Come
something.
like me no know every way me go pan see and me I get drop off, ideas.
What go on?
Me don't know what
A TikTok a drop you off.
That me I wonder because
Cause me know say me never drop you off.
I know you, man. Me know
Okay.
you alone, man.
Okay.
Said like the man him target me, brother. Alright, when they pass on she not talk about woman and man. Right through around 3 stages of woman and man, they go right through till they close them program. And that me I tell me come back for no program so we talk ya so I didn't think you go on.
Yes.
So me wanna know that the same internet me I use and the same Wi-Fi, the outcomes no as me go talk about in this I know me I get beaten by it. Then man them target me, man. But now I go get a backup thing. Look like you don't know see about them know me voice.
You see, you hear what go on with the FID? You hear what go on with the FID? Huh? Yo, turn off something in that background.
You stuck there again.
You hear me? Something wrong.
Put that thing man.
Something wrong, man. You hear me?
It tag me, man.
You hear me?
Yeah, man. Me hear you, man.
Okay. You say you hear what go on with Ocean Wide that's about the FID. So from last year, September, they write one letter to they allegedly write one letter, because I don't know about the letter. They allegedly write one letter to the Integrity Commission, say they are not pursuing the case with Andrew Holness. Them not investigate. You hear about that?
So they're not investigating?
That is what is alleged.
So how come they're not investigating?
Them said there's no grounds to investigate the matter according to Oceanwide. I don't believe them. I don't believe Oceanwide. Integrity Commission have to come out and come tell me, say, the FID tell them that. And I don't hear nothing from the Integrity Commission. But there's an article here, so when I look on with the Observer, the Observer said them question Andrew, and he insisted that he is not aware of the FID's position. That points that the point I'm making while adding, I'm surprised that you're aware of the FID's position. So Andrew Holness is behaving as if he don't know where Oceanwide are talk about. Because in this article here, the Observer is asking the Prime Minister, are you aware of the FID's position regarding your statutory declaration? And he's saying he's not aware. But Oceanwide has said, the FID said, there's no grounds for investigate Andrew. And them go further. Them say, the Integrity Commission said, according to Oceanwide, said the FID should reconsider their position. But again, I have not heard anything from the Integrity Commission, so I don't believe nothing will come out of Oceanwide unless it's confirmed by the Integrity Commission. I don't believe that. Because the timing of it, it's too good. So Andrew Wheatley had get charged with illicit enrichment. And then a letter from the FID is going to label the Integrity Commission as quote-unquote, allegedly, quote-unquote, amateur. Amateur? No, this two set up. This two set up. If it smell like a duck and walk like a duck and look like a duck, it must be a duck. It two set up. So me I wait for the Integrity Commission to come out, to come confirm or deny whether nothing goes about no FID letter. Then me I wait for right now.
Because the IC recommend what this man apply sentence him again up top sentence.
What name again? Xavier Main. Yeah.
And the IC recommend him for charge for you know.
Yeah man, for some charges, yeah. But fin charge him. I don't remember Xavier Main charge him. How Xavier Main charge him they go again? What's up, Cheryl?
Yeah man, what's the same thing man? You might turn land and some pieces and so when on depend the IC thing. The money them can how much money. Same way like Ray.
No, Pablo, it's not today. The court is not today. You have to understand that court case there, Andrew Holness don't have to be present at the court case. The case is against Paul Buchanan and the people that were supposed to make the decision to redo the election. It's not against Andrew. It's the body. I don't remember what their name. The body was supposed to make sure say they follow the Constitution and make sure say Andrew Holness' seat is redone. They made a decision not to do so, but the law is clear. That's why I carry to the Supreme Court. You understand what I deal with? So now, them are going to decide now, the Supreme Court will decide, say, yeah man, you don't have to do that, I don't have to do it. And if the Supreme Court don't do the right thing, Paul Buchanan is going to go to the final court in England. Because with democracy is being eroded. You feel me I deal with? The FID come out and talk about, but I'm not even going to say the FID do nothing. Oceanwide say, I don't hear nothing from the FID.
What the Prime Minister said about that?
Yeah, I don't hear nothing from the FID. Oceanwide say the FID say. Until the FID come out and say, I don't believe none of that.
I remember saying, in February, this man never gone there yet. Why them put there now? Andrew Fred never did there yet.
But let me tell you, the man them is so skilled, you know. The man them know how to divert the conversation, you know. And take the pressure off away pressure supposed to do, you know. Andrew Wheatley must resign and Andrew Holness must resign. That is the bottom line. That's a matter of fact. Talking about the FID. The FID president director need to resign to Dennis Chung. He shouldn't be there. Based off his bias. He should not be there.
Yeah, because he said what he had from the case, you know.
That's what he must say. Nothing can go so. You can't be the director of a you cannot be the director of an institution like that to investigate things. That's like saying you are the chief of police, but this particular case and I know no knowledge about. Madness! That means you compromise and you have to go. You got to go.
You got to go.
The biggest case in the organization and you...
I'm talking about...
Come on, man.
I'm talking about...
Yeah, they're going to see interview, man.
Right. That means you're not supposed to do that because case like this. And you say you have nothing to do with it. You want you and funny. They all you're the head of it, brother. And a big case like this. Yeah. That means you know, for none at all.
No. None at all. Not even none at all. There's none at all.
Because important case like this, a big important case like this, and you have a pass that word. Eh? What that means, what you did to them? What you did to do?
May I go say if I find nothing for
So when the FID, you know, when Dennis Strong deal with other people's case now, what do you think they're going to say? You know, I deal with the Prime Minister, one your friend, but you want to come deal with for me. to ride bicycle. You and him do all that together.
Again, me not even going to talk no more about the FID, brother, because you're not from the FID. Me I left that alone. Me not give no more weight. Me not give no more weight to the artist. You understand? Double.
And nobody, uncle, nation narrow. Uncle nation narrow know about it. Uncle them know about it and nation narrow. So,
ocean wide, me call them. And the other term I have for them is a national nonsense. The National Nonsense Network. Yeah, man. National Nonsense Network. That me call.
Uncle them man don't know about it. So never bring up, man. That's something them bring up.
Me not tell you, man.
Not that thing about it. Like I already about it long time. But February. From last year, February. You know when you're on.
No, man. Last year, September 18th. They have a meeting, but through the election when I go on, that's how Ocean Wide are saying now. Through the election when I go on, they didn't want it to say that they were trying to sway the election either way by coming out with the report. You believe that?
They look all after that now.
Brother, look on the timing of the thing. Look at the timing.
Say, not you say November, December. January, February, March, April, May. Right? That's 7
Let me tell you, that's Ocean Wide, you know, no say, the core base of the labor right them, you know, them is down and out, you know. So this is our way of to make them feel good and sprout them up. To make them feel encouraged, because they know so they love run with narrative. Oh, see there. When them are run with the old street there, the FID send letter and said there's nothing, so you can't say Andrew Holness to resign. They want them base to feel good. That has that to me is a stunt. That until me hear from the FID and Integrity Commission, that is a stunt. Nobody can tell me nothing. But anyway, why am mute mic? Go and listen to the argument right there, sir. On the news. Look how much this? How much minute this? We need to know.
Welcome back to Primetime News and a special welcome to viewers on OneSpotMedia.com as well as TVJ International in the Cayman Islands. All eyes are glued to football as the 2026 FIFA World Cup is underway. But there's also a global competition for talent, and the government says Jamaica is looking to make its case. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness was addressing the 25th anniversary gala of the Rio Hotels and Resorts in Montego Bay, where he says this is crucial for economic development. Romarda Lyons reports.
Putting a cap on skilled Jamaicans, and at the same time opening the island's doors to more talent. That argument from Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, as he stressed that Jamaica must now focus on becoming a destination that attracts and retains skilled workers. This against the backdrop of sustained economic growth.
Countries are competing for investments. They are competing for businesses. But you know what else they're competing for? They're competing for talent. That, in fact, is the biggest competition. Because no matter what investment, capital, business, rare earth, lithium, you need talent.
A 2026 Development and Democracy report for Latin America and the Caribbean revealed that more than half of Jamaicans plan to migrate within the next 3 years to work or live. The report points to economic concerns as the primary motivator, and Jamaica is second to Haiti in the Caribbean. Mr. Holness says Jamaica is known for supplying skilled workers to overseas markets. Now, there's another goal.
Forgive me for using the World Cup analogy. Too often we see ourselves as spectators cheering on other teams, not understanding that we are on the field as well. Increasingly, therefore, countries are competing for people. I want that point to seep in, not just to the audience in front of me, but to the wider Jamaica, where there is another conversation taking place.
In addition, he stressed that migration, tourism, and foreign direct investment are all influenced by the same factors that determine whether people choose one country over another.
This is why we are investing in infrastructure. why we are improving public safety, why we are expanding housing, why we are modernizing public services, why we are building resilience, why we are strengthening human capital. These are not separate initiatives. They are all part of a single national mission to make Jamaica a place of choice.
Ramar
You know, so that brother and I really have much sense. Out of everything when I say a while ago, a man miss the most important thing. In Sydney, structured education. If you want to skill people, you know, train them, brother. Train them from your own pool of people, them with the right, so.
But I know that the man after the man say a foreigner I want, brother. You know, you the man say, man, the man go foreign, but look them, man.
The man really give up on the people in Jamaica. All them say choose Jamaica.
You know, you say the man don't get no hearts. People don't get them service ticket, brother. All who did they can't get them service ticket. Say the man don't nothing with them. You know, say that straight.
Talking about education.
You know, people who go out can't get them service ticket, you know.
Talking about education, that's our next problem right there, so now. Talking about education.
So, you know,
I just saw an article a while ago where say Dora the Explorer said 90% of students who sat the PEP exam is going to the school of their choice. 90.5% were placed by proximity, while 0.5% were manually placed. More hear from Damien Crawford, you know, because I'm the numbers man. Because I'm not just not where come out that lady I'm out, you know.
Right now, me I tell you at this moment, Jamaica do me, man.
Right in? All day, we are dealing with.
Jamaica do.
Brother, it's sad, brother.
Jamaica do, brother.
Sad.
Jamaica do. We do with disgrace. We do.
Sad. It's sad, boy.
Right now, Jamaica is not feeling, you know. Failed state right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Failed state.
Definitely.
Because if somebody can come in and tell us, say, boy, right now, do this, and you know, we don't know answer. You just have to do it. So what you have to do, no fail, man. Then on the Cuba, you said, from last year, Venezuela, from when you come, you match up Venezuela thing. With the eye with me. And make we have the eye now. You come back and say, send with Cuban. You send with Cuban. You come back and so now again, you say, boy, America go step in, you want to try the man them. You want to share business with them. And you know, say again, you want to get what you try the people them. And don't you know, you're not about the president come on, come make a statement to them. And something like that. You know, you come on, make we know what I want prime minister. If you agree with it or you don't agree with it. Eh? So this is how we feel. I feel state we have. No fear, you know. Fear, big time. I want to think I say, in the worst camp, in the worst card, the fisherman, the more they can, not danger, you know. Because when they instinct to do it, sitting in Venezuela, instead Jamaica, a big narcotics sitting there, you know. Drugs thing, you know. So you're going to hear fisherman get snapped out of sea there, you know. And when they come and Venezuela, man, what man, just lick them again, make sure send on them. So, right now, we feel, I don't fret right now. And we don't know what next. Don't know what next. You understand this, brother? When Jamaica come to this?
Why I'm not like, I'm speechless, brother. The Jamaican people are going to sit down and just watch this go on.
And what we do, we need to demand them. So what we can do?
Which leader?
Remember, you might say, I'm going to work with the police. And they say, no, you're going to straighten and work with the police then. So young people, when you put up, when you say, when you better, when you saw me park all them beds and city one of them, you know. Because the man at talk about say, you ever say how much $1 million a year they smuggle from them scam from American citizen. So when you want to drive, when you pay down, when things down, when that, when you have to either not sell them or buy them. People there, you know, and when they go check people, and they no means to buy them, they can't do. But that we don't need one. Can't up on no jump to that stand. Some green bike everywhere we come here. So
Jaja. More play something for Emily. More play something for Emily Shields when we hear on Dre Bryan show earlier. More play that sound bite that phone. This I can't believe that Emily Shields this. Can't believe.
And this is going to be one of those broadcasts because everything is going on around me. So I pray that my system can manage all the events here and bring it to you in clear, logical fashion. We thank you so much for staying with us. We know that you have choices. We're happy when you come here, happier when you find reasons to stay. This is the hotline.
Emily's views, her position on the issues, her point of view backed up by the facts. Here are Emily's views.
I've got a lot to say. And I regret I don't have time this morning because I can't deal with all of the issues in the time available because of the nature of the broadcast I'm on this morning. But I promise you, because the way I treat matters on this program is in such detail, and the details are important, I promise you that I will come back to you with the details because attention to detail it's an important attribute for individuals to have. There's one particular matter I wanted to deal with this morning fully because I've dealt with it in at least 2 Emily's views before. And that is the issue concerning the imbroglio, for want of, or for finding an appropriate word, the imbroglio at the UHWI. In light of the developments before the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament at the last PAC sitting. You may recall that I treated you to the thing as it emerged on this continuum a number of weeks ago. And there was some very important new information that appeared before the committee when it last sat, including the disclosure of what can be termed, not what can be termed, what is actually referred to as addendum to board meeting with substantive details concerning the appointment of a chief executive officer by a subcommittee of the board, then of the University Hospital of the West Indies. Substantially, what has been disclosed, and it's very important in fairness to the process and fairness to you, fairness to myself, my conscience, as I've tracked this matter, that you get to hear in detail, but we can't bring it all to you this morning. The details put in the addendum to the board meeting about the recruitment process of the chief executive officer. But additionally, I think it's so important that we listen and listen well. I cannot tell you how many times I've had to go over and listen to these meetings, because sometimes it's when you get information that a little bit more clarity comes, information in writing. And why do I say that? I say that because part of the disclosures before the PAC relates to the CEO who was identified by the subcommittee of the board. She didn't pick up the position. And according to the former Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Chai Chung, who made the disclosures in a submission before the Public Accounts Committee, she didn't pick up the position of Chief Executive Officer, though she was shortlisted, interviewed, and now based on the addendum to the board meeting, the minutes, we're seeing that she was actually present and in Jamaica and meeting with the Minister of Health and other members of the team of the UHWI. But she didn't take up the board, the CEO position, because she said to them they needed to resolve the issue of this sort of disparity between the role of the Senior Director of Clinical Services, who reports to the board, and the CEO is not a member of the board. Yeah? So you have a situation where it's as if you have two heads running the UHWI. And she thought that was an unhealthy situation to continue. And if it's not resolved, then she's not going to take up the position, even though the position was offered to her, at least by the subcommittee of the board which was established to do the hiring. And it is so crucial that you hear this in full. So because she didn't take up the position, the then board, headed by Chai Chung, they say that they appointed an acting chief executive officer. And the addendum to the minutes that have been disclosed, I am searching through them to find where it was ratified that acting CEO is to take up the job. And based on what Mr. Chai Chung said, the Minister of Health did not agree with the appointment of the acting CEO in the face of the CEO who was selected from overseas, declining to take up the job. The minister dissolved the board and appointed the former Chief Executive Officer. Okay. So it's crucial for us to comb through these documents and see if they do show the appointment of an acting chief executive officer after the lady from overseas did not take up the position. The answers are there, but we don't have the time to go into that. I promise I will come back.
Jamaica. Now, you see the reason why Dr. Christopher.
So, guys, Christopher Tufton is to be blamed for the present reality at the UHWI. 100%. Those minutes, why you think Xavier mean? And the ugly one, what name? Two of them ugly still. But the next one name where I was at my PSC meeting, right, then kick off Sydney again. Why you think the ugly one, ladies and gentlemen, where name? One friend of a man to go be a side man. I would have want the name where I speak at the house too. Oh man. Can't remember his name. Eli Clark. Why you think Eli Clark, ladies and gentlemen? You say I send it to you, Mr. Butch Antica. You send me on WhatsApp, bro, or upon TikTok. Yeah, man. I remember see a two different bank, you know, so it I got take some working, some like 2 days or so. You see me? Yeah. So you will see it in a couple of days. It takes some time when it's a different bank, you see me? But it gone through. Me did download the thing, the receipt, but I don't know why the download never success. But it gone through still. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the lady was actually here. She saw a clear problem. I hear right Clark in here, man. Twitch, big up Twitch now easy. Twitch says she right Clark. Somebody else says she right Clark. Uno no easy in the comment section. You see, uno too dangerous. Uno too dangerous. But as me I said, remember when Eli Clark and the next one, Xavier me in a PAC, and I talk about, Mr. Chai Chung, I saw you and I thought he was an honest man. Implying that the man is lying, No, Mr. Chai Chung has been vilified. Check my WhatsApp. Mr. Chai Chung has been vilified, ladies and gentlemen. 100%. No, brother, you can't send me live while me live. I can't watch a live while me live. Remember, say me live on my page now. When I go to the live, would have to go up on the next page. You understand what I say? And yeah, I just have to leave it at that. Zine, I go leave it at that. But this situation with Christopher Tufton. So we need to write one list of people who need to resign from the Jamaica Labour Party legitimately. Start with Andrew Holness. His wife needs to resign as what you call it? Speaker of the House, so she needs to resign. Xavier may need to resign. What's his name? Christopher Tufton needs to resign. Andrew Wheatley needs to resign. Marissa Dalrymple needs to resign. Delroy Chuck definitely needs to resign. Just based on my stuff them when I come out and mouth. But Jamaica doesn't have a human rights issue. What? Nonsense. The Deputy Prime Minister Horace Chang needs to resign too. 100%. All of the human Daryl Vance definitely need to resign. How much that me gone already? Andrew, his wife, Xavier Main, Christopher Tufton, Horace Chang, Delroy Chuck, Daryl Vance. When my man named Bobby Montague need to resign. He shouldn't even been there. 8 of them already, Jamaica. 8 of them already. That legitimately, under any good democracy, Cruel Reed, him not for dead none at all. He's not there. He's not a part of the... Is he still getting paid? Is Cruel Reed still getting paid from us? Our tax dollars? Oh, by the way, we have to put in Dana Morris Dixon. She tell too much lie, brother. And then the finance minister, the shadow finance minister, me sure I say, because she's not the finance minister. What's your name? Favour Williams need to resign too. So that are 2 more, so that are 10. We legitimately need to resign. Legitimately. Mighty God. Marlon Morgan if it show in our political garbage bin. Him not serve no purpose. None. You know, you that Cuthbert does a 9. I don't really have no legitimacy for she resign. I don't know what she are going with. I don't know. I don't know about she. I don't know investigation. We don't know material upon she. She just appear to be a very terrible person. But that don't mean that she needs to resign. Me I talk about performance. Me I talk about integrity, credibility. At the core of it. Oh, Desmond Mackenzie needs to resign too. He's doing a disgraceful job at local government. He needs to resign. Oh, Mirati, that at 11. Delroy Williams need to resign. Based off of what my lady they say about him alone. Him need to resign. At 12 that we gone already in Jamaica. How much people Andrew have in our parliament? 12 person in the Jamaica Labour Party that need to resign immediately. Legitimate need to resign. 12 out of how much? How much people they have? We said the mayor Mobile. Yeah, him need to resign too. Ratatouille City him turn the place in. Flight Green should have never done an office night after Wagwan. Wagwan. Me talk about Bobby Montague, man. After Wagwan in a pandemic, Flight Green shouldn't have there. One diva, pick up yourself. Yeah, man, Green is still there. One diva, me like your picture. Is that really you? Or is that like AI? One the diva unstoppable. First time seeing you in the chat. Welcome to the platform. The water minister. Awadi, I'm seeing tell one local lie, you know. And then the auditor general report, we are wait. We see how they respond to that. Me, I look at things pan Dre Bryan, but I don't really hear no much more about it. Hi, Lorraine. How you doing, mama? So we are going to see how them thing they pan out. So, I'm not going to put him in it yet. Because really and truly, if anybody have fake it, as if they might do something in their ministry, it would be, what the bridge in the name? Matthew Samuda. If anybody have fake it, you know who else need to resign? Pernell Charles Jr. What a disgrace. What a disgrace in the Labour ministry with all the angle post Hurricane Melissa. He need to resign too. Him need to resign too. Right? Just put the whole of them in one political barrel. And throw them away. But let me see something here because I'm bridging Pacha Gray. Pacha Gray, we say Paul Buchanan depend on live the way you tell me about. See me can go up on my next page and see me can find it. Oh, we can go up on this. You have to have 2 and 3 page on TikTok, you know. Just like how you have 2 and 3 page on YouTube. You look like your life gone, brother. Look like your life gone. I'ma click on it. Them still live, Pacha? Oh shit. Hold on them people. Hold on the Jamaica. This one is serious. Hold on the Jamaica. Whoa. Let me send a link here to myself. Hold on there. Let me send a link here to myself here. And put it on right here. So let me take off this off my screen. Hold on them side.
Jesus Christ, he can never see this in a history.
I see him come back up
Me
here.
tell you.
Well on the golden. Mr. Buck.
Yeah.
Me just ask.
You hearing me?
Yeah. Me know you said 15 minutes. So me just tell us if it does left a word before you leave.
All right. I heard you come with a while ago. I was listening about the raffling thing. Well, I'll tell you something. It's nothing you can put past them, man. Everything. Anything, no matter how terrible. I hear you say not even hell want them.
Mr.
Don't think that there is a tomorrow, you know, and everybody go have to account. If you account by earth, you go account in heaven. And the amount of atrocities I see them man are going with. So, all
Not even Satan no want them at hell, Mr. Buck.
We no pray that we get a good
That's
result
all.
tomorrow. Because once we get a good result tomorrow, man a go panic. Man a go panic, you know. And when them panic, you understand? Maybe them a draw breaks. With all of the corruption we are going. Because I don't know when, I don't remember when any of them know fear, because nobody no gone to jail yet. And remember, you know, the last thing the people them said the other day, you know, I think it's the Auditor General, that $1 trillion, $1 trillion that has been spent has not been accounted for. There is no risk. 1 trillion. We don't mean a million. We don't mean a billion. 1 trillion. In a little country like Jamaica. Right? Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow. Why tomorrow is important? Let me tell you again. Once them see some judges that are brave enough to rule against Andrew Holness, he will start no fear. So keep up the struggle. Fight. Not just with me, but us fight for justice. And I hope that tomorrow bring we at least the joy of knowing that the good God is finally saying enough is enough. So take care of yourself and thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you again. And God bless you.
Listen to Mr. Buck. Cover you.
God bless and keep it yourself. Cover your hand.
Cover you.
Take care of yourself. Tomorrow morning.
Cover you from your crown of your head, Mr. Buck, to the sole of your feet tomorrow. God
and I hope the people them, I hope the people them come out. All who vote for you, who in favor of you, come out. Make him say.
Mr. Buck, before you support tomorrow, read Psalms 91, Mr. Buck, and Psalms 35 before you left out of the house, sir.
The people them fi come out, come stand up out there, and the people them fi boycott Parliament tomorrow. Andrew no fi sit when him Mark Gold no fi sit down in a Parliament with Andrew tomorrow because when say nah sit down with he when say nah sit down in there with where the man name
Azan,
where they build up the shop them. And say nah sit down in a Parliament with him because yeah. So when them call out the name and say President whoever, everybody fi just walk out. Nobody not supposed to sit down in there with Weekly tomorrow. But him can't fire Weekly, you know. He cannot fire Weekly because him and Weekly in the same boat.
I'm not strong in there with them tomorrow.
That's a good
idea. Him and Weekly are paddling in the same boat.
Sitting with them.
And probably if one of the court date, if the party
decision
him can't fire him. He can't fire him, you know.
And we stop sit down with them.
Mr. Buck, him cannot fire Weekly.
All right, take care of yourself.
It's like him in the wall a cave in pan him.
All right, Mr. Buck.
All right, Mr.
Tomorrow.
Buck. Tika.
Yeah.
The wall a cave in pan him. Oh no, see, say it a come in pan him.
Yes,
him have to go surrender, but him a fight with all him might.
One gang go look Obiang. That's all him do, young boy.
OBM God is good.
OBM gang go.
Hello. Me say, them fi boycott the Parliament tomorrow because Wheatley no fi come in there. Them and Wheatley no fi sit down in there. Because remember me tell you, say if I went somebody over PMP side, remember me tell you, hey,
but the country
Andrew, we are talking about, you know.
Go on, the country act like them fear this big nose, ugly, thinking, dirty man.
Yo, me say them for boycott Parliament tomorrow.
And children
Them say Andrew Weekly.
The boy say.
Every week them for do it. Just turn up a Parliament and when indeed they walk out.
Walk
Make them
out,
say,
exactly.
yeah. Make them know say you're not sit down in there with them.
Nobody not sit down there with him.
Pacha Gray and him work the guzo, I'm wife work it.
Boy, them all be a worker.
Can you imagine? You have you have how much Cuban we in the country all long we are help poor people. Seeing you have them, you had doctor, you had teacher, you have whoever, and you pack them up and you send them at their yard and I take one bungle a criminal. You know, hear what the man Marco Rubio say? Him said them despic. You know what despicable mean? Eh? A one word he used, you know, he said they are a set of despicable human beings and he will do anything to get rid of them. Anything. Anything to get rid of them and you got as the labor, you know, you see the labor.
Not see judgment yet. Them
you know, hear the labor right, girl. The girl say, my man a clean out in closet. Clean out the closet and you take the broke them. Remember say when we come me did the partnership, you know, me couldn't come on my yard, you know. I go work, you know. And me have a hard blood clot time to come home. Because
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we know say tomorrow, the 23rd of June, Mr. Paul Buchanan court case with the seat for Andrew to decide whether there's going to be a re-election where that seat is concerned. Everybody pray that the desired result is attained. You understand? So we can get some justice where democracy is concerned. Everybody knows that Andrew never win this election. All the Labour right, they know that. You think they don't know? Them know. Why you think them never celebrate? Did you see a celebration from the Labourites in the last election, ladies and gentlemen? It has been 2 elections now that the Labourite them don't celebrate. The local government and the last election. You know, remember? Not even one Labourite I don't celebrate. None of them. They know that they lost the election, ladies and gentlemen. When Labourite win, you see them all over the place, all over Jamaica. What's up, baby? How you doing, boo? When Labourite win, them go all over the place and be a nice spot. Ting, 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 ting. We don't see that. We don't see that. The last election. Local government, hey, what's up, babes? Local government, none of it. None of it. Well, let me know the thing. Paul Buchanan tomorrow case. Make sure son of pray. Ladies and gentlemen, we need all our prayers, them. Yeah, because you know them man, them people are do some things in the high places. You hear them say? Yeah. They had nothing to celebrate. That's right. There you go, Doreen. That's absolutely right. Like and share, my people. Alright, so I could go back. Pacha Gray, I'm sorry, so I didn't catch what you said. So I could record the rest of that. But big up Tika, guys. Make sure so you go follow Tika, because you know she got up on the ground. Tika on TikTok. Let me tell you her TikTok name. She got up on the ground tomorrow. I definitely have to follow her. I know say Durval got up on the ground too. I follow her already still. I follow Tika, but let me see Tika profile. I go for the profile. I'll try to open our profile. Tika War Room. That's what she name on TikTok. Tika War Room. What her name? When you talk to her again, I've got to ask her about her name. But you see where she live? She have to be a warrior still, you know. Because them place, they are serious place, you know. Andrew Holness constituency is not the beacon of peace and beacon of you know, education and flourishing and all of those things. That's not the case. That's not the case, you know. So we are going with Nicola. You're supposed to do your work. You pass through. I wonder if she's still there. Hope you're good enough. Yeah, she gone already. Pass through. Work shot work and a chicken shot jerk. David, we are deal with. Alright, so Tika War Room, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see, user. That is the name, Tika War Room. Want to go up on our profile. Ah, that is it. Got him. Got him. Take off Mark picture. I wish I had to be the dog. What the heck? Everything is gonna be alright. Jamaica trust God and live here. And don't take that saying there very, very lightly. Trust God and live. This is Tika's page for the persons watching on Bolo Tbv. Like I said, follow her on Twitter. Tomorrow, sure she'll go live. She and Derval will go live tomorrow. Alright, see it there? Tika War Room. That is it. That is it. But more go back to our next thing, cause on the thing say Emily Shields done. Hey! You can't stay there. Emily Shields. Make sure so she tell Andrew her mind. And tell the government her mind. And tell Andrew Wheatley her mind too. And big up Jay Bryan. I tell her. Jay Bryan, we get your offer. Make sure so you go subscribe to Jay Bryan on YouTube and on TikTok. Him soon launch him TikTok, ladies and him YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. It's already there, you know. But him gonna start doing live stream. It's like I'm live on TikTok and live on YouTube. Jay Bryan gonna start doing live stream on TikTok and YouTube. So the live stream them can be recorded. And that's why I start recording. Come here and say, yo, this somebody I do extensive. Somebody I do extensive breakdown, and there's no only time here recorded and when after I press put it up. And after I press only put up somebody. And sometimes me not catch it. Sometimes me catch it. And when me catch it, I'm just record it. And from the other day, I start go live from my other channel them while him I do it. I don't do it on the main channel, I do it on the younger channel them. You feel what I say? And so, I'm glad to come on YouTube. And may I tell you myself, make sure say, want to go ahead and subscribe. At the same name and at the same picture, the same symbol. You can't miss it. You cannot miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Make put your Emily Shields, that's alright now. We'll listen to the next part of what Emily Shields has said.
I have to listen to Emily speaking on this Andrew Wheatley matter. Because the Prime Minister can tell us this morning, say him have full only not realize say Andrew Holness just further sink the Labour Party to an all-time low, you know. The Prime Minister have gone to nationwide out of all media house figure sit down go have a drink with him brethren. Because you cannot tell me, said this interview was not rehearsed or planned ahead of time. And so Jamaica, when I don't want to laugh, you know, who saw? Who? And which movie that me get that in? I want Jackie Chan movie, you know. When them I tell Jackie Chan if he calm down and one man Chris Tucker say, who saw?
That is funny,
Who saw?
honey.
Don't remember the movie, but let me calm down.
That
Who
is
saw?
funny, honey.
Jamaica. Instead of the man address the nation, when last of the Prime Minister put on an address to the nation, I mean not talk New Year's Day or Christmas Day or Independence Day. I mean like when we having matters of crisis, when the Prime Minister should have come address the people, because remember, you know, everybody a talk about them or something here, you know. And to set them people minds at ease The Prime Minister go down a state media if he go sit down and have a drink with him brethren. And can tell the Jamaican people are further spitting at them face this morning and say him have the full confidence of Andrew Wheatley. What a national disgrace. Maurice said the movie name Rush Hour. That is it, my friend. Long time, you know. Jamaica people, me want to know if you listen to Emily, because Emily has returned to the girl that we once fall in love with growing up. Yes, I don't care who, whether straight or not straight. Me no know no man which had said they no have a little feelings for Emily Crooks. Emily is a nice girl growing up. Every boy fantasize about this woman, but she has lost her way. So it was an absolute joy and pleasure. Oh no, laughing. No, come in. No, never comes laugh. It's not a laughing matter. Allow me, make me speak freely. Growing up, me no know which boy never used to lust and have some farmer feelings for Emily. Nice woman. And it break many hearts when they hear say she is married to her and take her off the market. But anyway, Jamaica, the woman has lost her way. But it was a joy to see her returning to the Emily that Jamaica once loved. Listen to the woman doing what she does best, holding a...
I don't have any issue at all with any minister of government, any member of parliament, any Jamaican fighting tooth and nail to defend their reputation and to seek to, in the court that is appropriate, to deal with any matters that arise. And if they're charged, to put up the strongest legal team in their defense. So, Dr. Wheatley, nobody's taking that right away from you. What I believe you should not be allowed to do, is to continue to sit as a member of the executive whilst you seek to clear your name.
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
What a prophetic word, man. What a cry. So needed and so profound and so relevant. Father God, we still a ball out, you know? We still a ball out, man. Take them out, man. Take them out.
She has lost her way. So it was an absolute joy and pleasure. Oh no, laughing. No, come in. No one go come laugh. It's not a laughing matter. Allow me, make me speak freely. Growing up, me no know which boy never used to lust and have some farmer feelings for Emily. Nice woman. And it break many hearts when they hear say she is married to her and take her off the market. But anyway, Jamaica, the woman has lost her way. But it was a joy to see her returning to the Emily that Jamaica once loved. Listen to the woman doing what she does best, holding a...
I don't have any issue at all with any minister of government, any member of parliament, any Jamaican fighting tooth and nail to defend their reputation and to seek to, in the court that is appropriate, to deal with any matters that arise. And if they're charged, to put up the strongest legal team in their defense. So, Dr. Wheatley, nobody's taking that right away from you. What I believe you should not be allowed to do, is to continue to sit as a member of the executive whilst you seek to clear your name.
That's right.
And you need to understand the distinction. By all means, it may be that the charges against you, when leveled, cannot be proved. Go and fight it. But the collective integrity of the cabinet, it's a very important, intangible thing.
Yes.
And I am amazed that more than 48, near 72 hours after the disclosures in the parliament, and these disclosures are substantially different from the ones that we heard of in any previous Integrity Commission report. And I am amazed that even now, you stayed put. And the Prime Minister has not moved to do anything about your position?
Yes.
Prime Minister, you get it together.
Yeah.
This is untenable in so many
He needs some milk.
You get it together. We shouldn't be going into the weekend where Dr. Wheatley remains a member of the cabinet.
True.
And it is beyond debate.
It is beyond debate. It is untenable. And the Prime Minister come laughing on her face this morning and come tell her say he's en route.
Emotional, damn it.
I am en route to Suriname and further by extension Guyana. Continue to take flights. These are the people, Jamaica, that you would have elected. Don't get me wrong, you know. Right? For whatever reason, the PNP fell short September 3rd. We are living in a democratic country. Thief or no thief, and them farm back the government. Not true. But you would have expected that whoever forms the government will at least have some form of decorum and respect for the people. Look at all these national issues facing us where we are not getting the answers that we deserve as a people. And the Prime Minister go come looking at our face this morning. A man who have 4 charges hanging over him head. Corruption charges. When him have things disproportionate to his asset, which means that he can't explain or he come by it. And the Prime Minister go come tell we this afternoon. Say he has full confidence in such individual.
What?
Jamaica, the country mash up. The country mash up. Tina said Dre Emilia all dry bamboo, she blaze up and in no time she burn out. Lord Jesus, you know what me couldn't.
Hey, me agree with that person that will say that. Enough of them where you see I go on and attack, them not consistent in the mainstream media. One phone call, one page, and then quiver like a dog, like one little cowardly dog. And you see them stop talk about this and stop talk about that and stop put pressure upon the government. Every day, the 4th estate will come out and ask. There should be a resignation list where the Jamaica Labour Party government is concerned. Straight up, Francis, how you doing? There should be a resignation list, ladies and gentlemen, where they are concerned. No joke about it. But I'll be posting that video, so I'm not playing no more. Just play 2-part time. Because I want to show you say all Emily Shields to blouse and skirt. All she I burn them out right now. The lady said the weekend of a pass.
Do you have confidence in it?
I believe there are changes that are necessary.
It needs fixing.
Precisely. And this is not just my opinion. I believe that the Integrity Commission itself has suggested changes that would make it more effective.
And I'm calling on all well-thinking Jamaicans to keep on the eyes on the Parliament and keep on the eyes on this one. We must not allow this creature to water down the Integrity Commission. Blessings, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl and Isabel Rose. And in this one, it's no secret that Andrew Holness has finally broken his silence following the damning IC report on Andrew Wheatley, a minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister. And he basically stated that he continues to throw his full support behind Andrew Wheatley. And him want to come tell us him never know say Wheatley did under investigation for illicit enrichment. And at one point, if him not put in PNP name in it, not nice. However, there's one question out of the interview that I find very disturbing. And I will just focus on that question. The question of if he has any confidence in the Integrity Commission and what he stated compared to what he has been singing since 2019 will be shocking in your ears. So I want to please stay tuned for that, as well as I'm going to reel back. You know, we are go back down in the digital footprint and we are bring up back some of the things them where him been say about the Integrity Commission based on his response right now. Please stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Also hype up the videos, please and thanks.
I was totally unaware of any report or any investigation. I am not aware of investigations that are ongoing. It seems to me.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Jamaica, wanna believe that? Wanna believe that? Yeah, Derval, me see say Tika the office of Paul Buchanan and me start some name I watch. But you me did live, you know. But Pacha Gray did tell me make it your last party tail and when in the command. But Jamaica, wanna believe that? And people see Derval there. Make sure you follow Derval. You know, say tomorrow. Yeah, man, but I love if you come say something about it, you know. Oh, what do you, Derval? Derval say if he can't say something. Come up in that box, Derval. Come up in the box. Come up in the box, my general. Talk to the people. My ear up on YouTube, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
First and foremost, I want to say a big thank you, my uncle, for having me over here.
Blessing.
You don't know the yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Yes. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much for having a time out to have Mr. Buchanan over here to bring advice and make it, I don't know.
No, I'm never there over here, so. Indeed, they over Tika.
No, man, no.
Okay.
You put in work as well.
Respect.
Thank you so much. And first and foremost, people, I want to pick up my Tika too for the work she do too. Because to all the blogger them too who are there with the book to all true too. All on the out there on the deal with him. Because on yourself, you spend the time on the credit, on the service and all that. Pick up on yourself. Tomorrow, I will be live streaming outside, inside, giving you broadcast outside and inside the courthouse. And
yes, bro, so you can't do nothing inside. Then now go, you know what, they're going to lock you up in a bit. Okay. Yeah, alright.
I don't go inside. When I come out now with the result. So tomorrow, guys, it's an open court. Anybody can come tomorrow. So we get outside at 8:45, and then at 9 o'clock we make our way inside the court, sitting down silent, turn off your phone, and make sure it's just appropriate.
Yes.
No liquor, no smoking, and make sure say we no night the court.
Proper decorum. Proper decorum.
Yeah, proper with the man. And when you come home, you can have an interview and everything. So people will meet at 8:45. There will be 3 ruler there. You understand, people? And this is not a dope thing. It's a victory team. Victory team, people. Victory team. So don't make sure say Andrew Holness come out of Parliament completely after tomorrow.
So when you say you're confident say things are going in favor of democracy.
Yes. Yes.
Alright.
Confident.
Alright, my boss.
Yes.
Wait and see how that go.
So people will get a 8:45. They'll make our way inside the courthouse at 9 a.m.
Where is it? Where's the courthouse? Give them a location.
The courthouse is on King Street, downtown Supreme Court at King Street Court of Appeal. You're gonna see me down there. So we can't see me down there.
Alright. So
we do the live stream it there. So the company live. You're gonna see me all the direction,
Alright, my boss. Alright, that's it. Alright, there you go. Big up. Manners and respect. So on the year that, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, Tuesday, the 23rd of June 2026, Paul Buchanan will be in court, and especially the people from the constituency, even if you don't come from the constituency, if you are a patriot of the country and you believe in democracy and you used your eyes and you saw what took place on September 3rd, and you know say something alright. Too many things happen. If you witness things and you never go and say anything because you're afraid of your life and all of these, you're afraid to people do your things. Tomorrow is the day when you go to the courthouse to support Mr. Paul Buchanan, because the man is being a Paul Bogle. You understand? The man is being a hero to the people. The man is being a true patriot. You could have just go slung on him yard. Man say people are find money to drop the case with Andrew. Yes, so I never hear him say. Him say people are finding money to drop the case against Andrew on the election. Lord, the man make him go on. And the man say if anybody else are finding money, I'm going to sue them. I'm going to let them get locked up. Me have an interview on my page, you know. Me have it on my page. And it go viral too. You feel me I deal with? But anyway, we are going to move on, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe. Alright? That is it. I'm going to go to this now.
Me that I was totally unaware of any report or any investigation. I am not aware of investigations that are ongoing. It seems to me that the PNP would know more about investigations ongoing than I do.
You're the leader of your administration, of your government, of the Jamaica, and you don't know. You don't have no interest in an ongoing investigation that might affect the individual's position. That means that you just accept anybody, or when they're a criminal, or they are suspected to be criminal. You just accept anybody in your cabinet. Your cabinet don't have no standards where integrity is concerned. You're not business if everybody under investigation for illicit enrichment. That is not your business as the leader. You don't care how you reflect upon you and how you look upon the party. And more importantly, how you look on the country of Jamaica. You don't care, Andrew Holness. But this is what you don't choose, you know. I'm just put it in the context where we want to choose for September 3rd. The one that will vote and the one that will never vote. The people that will vote for PNP, I not talk to you. I talk about the people that will vote for Andrew and the one that will never vote. Who vote for Andrew too, you know? The one that will slung on the yard and never vote. You see people that will sell them vote. All I know. I not have to wish for to suffer. There's consequences for all actions. We just hope so you repent. That's it. Because sufferation is a must under this government. It is a must. At the level of sufferation we want to go under. And that is the difference. That is the difference. And the people that were up there in a society, the PSOJs and if you don't think say, out of your brain say, make you mind trick you say, you got escape the judgment. You make a sad mistake. You make a sad mistake. All of you are feeling. Everybody are going to feel it. You're not going to feel the pressures. You're not going to feel the pain. You're not going to feel the sorrow. Just because I decision want to make. You guys were warned for multiple years. How can you say we are a Christian country and the men and women of God come out and tell Andrew say, if you observe 3 days fasting, prayer, mourning, and repentance. And nobody no move and look and back there. Fissy said the Prime Minister now have no interest in the words that are coming from the throne room of heaven. He now have no interest at all. Multiple men and women of God say 3 days fasting, prayer, mourning, and repentance is the way to fix the country. And the man then sit down. And the man them not care, and the man them not business. And the people that were supposed to be of a Christian country observe the moves of the Prime Minister. And you guys still went and voted for him. Knowing that he's not serving and observing the word of God. You still go vote for him. And someone who go to church and say you're Christian, you know? And you hear the word that come out and you still go vote for him. You know you're in trouble. That's all I have to say. Let's move on.
And that raises the issue. Do you have confidence in the Integrity Commission?
The Integrity Commission is a necessary agency to tackle corruption in Jamaica. I believe there are changes that are necessary for it to become more effective.
You hear that big old hypocrite? You hear that man, you're real germs, you know? Yeah, never play one clip for you. Never play. This is the same person where I send the Integrity Commission at court right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here say some lap rat pan TikTok at about said no go so. The Prime Minister him never carry the Integrity Commission go court to remove illicit enrichment. Me I gotta address the two of them. Right now. This is a teachable moment, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you something. First of all, I'm gonna go to Dean Jackson Miller. Dean Jackson Miller. And she showed the document too. Andrew court case with IC. Alright, Dean Jackson Miller question. No, not that. This is part 3 of Andrew Holness takes Integrity Commission to court. Alright, we don't need part 3, we need part 1, I believe. Chief Justice. Alright, let me just copy this.
Hi, so in today's video, which includes section 54.2 that required the termination of the investigation and to issue a report of its findings to the commissioner through the executive director. He wants a review of the director of investigations and the Integrity Commission's failure to recommend and or issue a public exoneration of culpability when the first investigation into his 2021 declaration ended, as he's saying is required by section 54.5, and he said they improperly included its details in the report that was sent to Parliament so that the benefit of exculpation is lost, meaning he wasn't able to benefit from any material that was favorable to him. He wants a review into the Director of Investigation and the Integrity Commission's failure to recommend and or issue a public exoneration of culpability, having not formed any reasonable suspicion of corruption or offence under the Integrity Act. He wants a review of what he calls the misuse of private information of him and the companies by disclosing their private information in a manner that he says is prejudicial to their rights and interests. He wants a review of what he calls their failure and or refusal at notification that there was an investigation pursuant to the Section 14.5 dealing with illicit enrichment and to communicate to Mr. Holness the wealth element of an illicit enrichment investigation. All right, some of these are very similar, so I'm not going to go through all of them. All right. I'll just show you the page so you can see how many there are. He wants a review of what he calls the Integrity Commission's misuse of the Integrity Commission Act to table a special report in Parliament and to make improper and unlawful recommendations to Parliament and or the Financial Investigations Division and the Tax Administration Department. He wants a review of the referral to Parliament for tabling of the matters in the report, except for the matters relating to the 4 accounts, because that was the matter in which the Direction of Corruption Prosecution said there should be no charges. He wants a review of what he calls their unlawful and unfair expansion of the investigation from his 2021 declaration to include the 2019, 2020, 2022 and 2023 declarations and subsequently submission for tabling in Parliament. He wants a review of the findings, conclusions, decisions and or recommendations made in relation to himself and the 3 companies by the Director of Investigation contained in the investigation report. He wants a review of the findings and or conclusion that there's a potential conflict of interest between him and Norman Brown. He wants a review of what he calls their acts and or decisions to consider irrelevant facts and or to refuse to consider relevant facts in carrying out their investigation, preparing, considering and submitting the reports for tabling. And he wants a review of what he calls their usurping of the functions of the court in lifting the corporate veil and in the approach and procedure adopted, the analysis, recommendations and conclusions in relation to the offence of illicit enrichment. And he's talking here about the fact that the Director of Investigation said that because Mr. Holness's affairs, as well as the affairs of the company Imperium, which is wholly owned by him, were so intertwined that he had to consider them both together. Mr. Holness wants a review of that decision. So this is what he wants. He wants what is called an order of certiorari, quashing the report and the findings and recommendations of the Director of Investigation and or the Integrity Commission. I'm not going to go through all of these because they're very similar. What he's asking for is an order to quash the report and the findings and recommendations of the report on various bases. All right? So I'm going to go down now. He also wants what is called an order of mandamus. This is an order that says from the court that says you have to do something. So he wants an order compelling the Director of Information and Complaints to examine his 2022 and 2023 statutory declaration. He wants an order compelling the Director of Investigation to recommend to the Integrity Commission that he should be exonerated of culpability in relation to the 2021 and 2022 declarations. He wants a declaration that the submission of the reports to Parliament, except for matters relating to the 4 accounts, was unlawful and or illegal. He wants a declaration that, having regard to the fact that there was no statement or no statement of reasonable suspicion of corruption in relation to the matters referred to Parliament in the report and the special report, and there being no reference to the Director of Corruption Prosecution, he wants a declaration that in those circumstances the Integrity Commission was wrong to send the reports to Parliament for tabling. Now the next few points I'm going to read, this is what I was referring to in the first video when I said I was startled at some of what was being requested. What we have here is a Prime Minister, the head of government, a legislator, asking for the dismantling, essentially, of a significant part of the legislative, the laws that are put in place to try.
All the people them on the page right now, if you know one labor right, any labor right you want to know what talk about say Andrew Holness not suing the Integrity Commission to remove illicit enrichment. Want to please call them to me now. I'm going to give them a timestamp for this video from Dean Jackson Miller. Prime Minister Integrity Commission takes Integrity Commission to court part 3. I'm going to give them a timestamp. I'm going to make it easy for them. I don't want to hear nobody on TikTok a lie. Say Andrew Holness is not trying to remove illicit enrichment from the Integrity Commission. I don't want nobody to tell that lie anymore. We're going to debunk that lie today. And I hope it's done right there. So when anytime when I see them on TikTok, just make them know say I lie them I tell. I make everybody else know. And point them to the proof say I lie them I tell. Go to Dean Jackson Miller page. She's showing the document and she's reading at the same time. The affidavit where Andrew Holness have, yes. And you see these things are, it's easy to find, it's public, But they come and you see those people who say a lie about it, if you stop, give them attention. Stop, listen to them. Once you have identified that lying is something that they do the respectful thing and shun the very appearance of evil. We will not support them for. And them tell lie. We will not support lies and deception. Let's continue.
try to prevent corruption in the public sector. So let me tell you what I mean. He's asking for a declaration striking down the provisions of the Integrity Commission Act, given what he calls a lack of fairness, impartiality, and independence in the exercise of the functions of the divisions and the commission as presently structured. So he's saying here that he believes that the commission isn't acting with fairness, impartiality, and independence, and as a result, he wants the law struck down. He's also asking for a declaration that Section 14(5) of the Corruption Prevention Act is unconstitutional. That is a section that deals with illicit enrichment in relation to That is a section that deals with illicit enrichment in relation to That is a section that deals with illicit enrichment in relation to public. That is a section that deals with illicit enrichment in relation to public service. That is a section that deals with illicit enrichment in relation to public. That is a section that deals with illicit enrichment in relation to public servants, to call them.
Ball out! Whoa, yo, yo, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
The Corruption Prevention Act is unconstitutional. That is a section 5 down. He's also asking for a declaration that Section 14(5) of the Corruption Prevention Act is unconstitutional. That is a section that deals with illicit enrichment in
to return to the government critical. What I will say to you today, this government has not been without its challenges. I couldn't leave this stage without saying to you that corruption is not an issue that occupies the front of my mind.
Hi, how you doing, Alethea? Only hear the man, Andrew only say corruption occupy, the issue of corruption occupy the front of mind. And at the same man that is in the interview with Cliff Hughes saying, you know, I'm not aware of these investigations. Then if you occupy the front of your mind, wouldn't you be interested? Wouldn't you be interested, Andrew, to know who in a party is actually under investigation, right, Watson? You know, I need to clip this up. Andrew always saying that, I don't know who is under investigation. But corruption occupy the front of mind. Wow. What? I couldn't leave the stage. I couldn't leave the stage without talking about corruption. Because corruption occupied the front of my mind. The problem of corruption. And this is the same man, ladies and gentlemen, that has asked the court to remove illicit enrichment from the law because it's what? Unconstitutional. Mighty God.
I couldn't leave here today and say to you that we still need to tighten up on the new anti-corruption systems and framework that is in place.
Jamaica, Andrew Holness has been in government. This was 2019, and he declared that there needs to be tightening up of the Integrity Commission. Any failure of the Integrity Commission is a failure of Andrew Holness' government. They are the only ones to be blamed. They are gigantic hypocrites. They are enormous hypocrites, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Oh. They are enormous hypocrites. He admitted that, the Integrity Commission need tighten up. So from 2019, why you never tighten it up, Andrew? Why did you leave the Integrity Commission as is? No, you don't want to tighten it up. You want to mash it up by removing illicit enrichment. The man is pathologically mendacious, ladies and gentlemen. This man cannot be trusted. And it get worse. Listen to this.
In a sense, if you were to compare Jamaica to all the other countries in the Caribbean, our framework for anti-corruption would be the most advanced.
Jamaica, wanna hear what the Prime Minister said? Multi-skills, big up. Wanna hear what the Prime Minister said? The Integrity Commission, if you should compare it to the other nations in the Caribbean, it is above board, but it still needs some work. And this is the same man and him government. Now the FID is saying that the Integrity Commission is, no, the FID is not saying that. Nationwide said, the Integrity Commission said, right? According to Nationwide, because I don't believe them, that this same entity that Andrew is talking about in this great way, they are amateurs. All of a sudden, the Integrity Commission is amateurs. The only person where I take critique about the Integrity Commission from is Mr. Will Rattigan, because of his expertise as a FID supervisor in the past. A former FBI, I said FID, former FBI. Come let me speak something into existence. I would love for Mr. Will Rattigan to be the FID director, independent of the government. And we see, let him manage the anti-corruption framework task force in Jamaica. Me said no stone now go left and turn. He go call, me know say he go call Mr. Something with a retirement. What his name? What the policeman name? Renito Adams. You remember when Renito Adams said that Jamaica is gonna pay dearly? Who's there? One box of something for the top of it, Okay. Alright? You understand what I said? Listen to this man, man.
It is not for want of putting in the legislative and institutional processes. They are there. But you have to bear in mind that we are also very new on the scale of dealing with anti-corruption and institutional processes. They are there. But you have to bear in mind that we are also very new on the scale of dealing with anti-corruption issues. So there is a learning curve that we are going through. What is important is that the government supports the development of the institution so it can accelerate very quickly on that learning curve and provide the resources so that they can move very quickly on the learning curve, and that the government does not intervene or interfere. And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs.
What can go so?
Andrew Holness in 2019 is warning the People's National Party to leave the Integrity Commission alone and make them do their job. Jamaica, you can't make this up. You can't. Oh, you have to make this up. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Holness, can you imagine telling the opposition to leave the integrity? All my people them there, all of my people that are a member of the platform, only need to drop the what can go so emoji in our chat right now. All of my member them, only need to show off the what can go so emoji in the chat. Selvanev, where you there? I'll leave there. I need to become a member in a man. Who else there? All of you that can become a member, join the membership and enjoy the emojis. The more people that join the membership on Bolo Tbv 2.0 is the more emojis I can make. And I don't say this a lot, but I have the drawing skills, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? I'm an artist. You get what I deal with? Nobody can ask me about do no drawing for them, but I am an artist. So I can use that creativity to make emojis. You understand? And I would love to explore on more of that. Thank you so much, my baby lady G. So you still watch me. Think you're gone. I didn't see it earlier, I didn't realize because it's a natural. But anyway, let me go back to this. The man said to leave. The PMP will leave them alone.
And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs.
A declaration that Section 14(5) of the Corruption Prevention Act is unconstitutional. That is a section that deals with illicit enrichment in relation to public servants.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
I haven't said yes or no.
Necessary agency to tackle corruption in Jamaica. I believe there are changes that are necessary for it to become more effective.
You haven't said yes or no.
I believe there are changes to make it more effective.
So as of this moment, do you have confidence in it?
I believe there are changes that are necessary.
It needs fixing.
Precisely. And this is not just my opinion. I believe that the integrity to all the other countries in the Caribbean. In a sense, if you were to compare Jamaica to all the other countries in the Caribbean, our framework for anti-corruption would be the most advanced.
What can go so?
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
All of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
The Commission itself has suggested changes that would make it more effective.
Make we dissect what him say now. So he stated at one point that he didn't bring back Wheatley in 2020 because Wheatley still had issues from the whole Petrojam scandal to resolve, right? But he brought him back miraculously in 2025. And him never knows a Wheatley under any form of investigation. So who hire somebody to come fill a post as important as this to serve in a public space, right? And not do a background check to know whether or not or the man not come clean to tell you that he's under investigation. And I hear him calling up the People's National Party name. If the IC and other entities are tasked to do investigation. How would the People's National Party know that an investigation is ongoing? The IC would have known that the investigation is ongoing along with the person that they're investigating. So UNO were under investigation, UNO and IC would have known that, not the People's National Party. So him come out now and try gaslight us. Right? He says he throws his full support behind Andrew Wheatley. I'm not going to play all of what clippings I have here. But just I go speak out some of what I remember. But I wanted to pay close attention to this. And the question that took the cake for me is when he was asked if he have any confidence in the Integrity Commission. Only hear what the man say? The IC needs work. The IC needs work. And the IC have been...
You know what ironic? Andrew have faith in members them. More than an entity that he said. Remember, say impossible in Jamaica. And you know what too? And this is why I have to watch Mr. Will Rattigan show. Mr. Will Rattigan broke down the Hansard, you know. When they were actually framing and to table this particular thing, you know. And you look at the Hansard, you know. There were things and gaps in the Integrity Commission Act that they realized and they never amended it. You remember say a JLP put the thing together? You need to go look. Yo, me say. Me I go Google it and me see if me can find it. As a matter of fact. That's gonna be my show later on. I have to get this answer. I'm coming on later on tonight at 11 on Bolo VNR 2.0 and Bolo VNR clips. Yeah, man, that's gonna be my show later on. I need the Hansard of when they had tabled the report, tabled the Integrity Commission. Somebody send me something. Wagwan Pat W, me they alive right now, no mama. Me need to find. Oh, me can't listen to that on here, man. Go wait. We need to find that Hansard. You know somebody get Mr. Will Rattigan number. I never save it, you know. Jaja. I'm not sure me can get Mr. Mystic if him available right now. Him live? You don't know if him live, huh? Don't know if him live. Come true, Mystic.
Got.
Yeah. Jamaica, I'm gonna do some research. I say me can't get it. But for right now, I'm gonna end the live. Because I'm gonna go up on my research game. So sooner or later.